All right, hello everyone. Welcome back for that 2 second break. Like I said, well, I didn't say this, but I'm the host. I'm going to have to show you guys quite a bit of behind the scenes. Unfortunately, LaRue did need to go, so I will be overtaking this. I will update some of the brackets. Why don't we do that? So, Wintraders beats Blue Ball Boys. Match results, let's check this out. 1-0 for Windrunners, and I'm down for that. That might actually mean, let me double check this. It might actually mean that Thomas over on Tournament Kingdom, twitch.tv, Tournament Kingdom, is indeed casting the other game, but he's also in a break. So I don't know the score. Let me make sure my Discord's muted. I don't want to hop in and have someone say something crazy. I'm going to play a sound effect right here just to see if my Discord's working. Did it pick it up? I don't think it did. I think we're good. Let me hop into Windrunners chat. Hey, I'm on stream, and I don't think they can hear you, but again, be cautious with what you're saying. Just checking in. Is the score still 1-0? Okay, did you invite Thomas? Actually invite, how do I want to do this? Yeah, why don't you invite me? Maybe I'll get Thomas in here. Invite tournament host, please. We'll just do the same game, I guess. I'll leave. Numbers. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna leave you alone. Good luck. Okay, lads. So we're going to have some downtime. Like I said, twitch.tv/Tournament King. This game is also being casted there. We're in a very unexpected situation, so I thought I might as well take it from here. Is the pinned message still there? Yeah, again, it's not, but I can change that. So we'll add that. Right, so we have this game going on right now. This is Windrunners versus I'm down for that. Okay, Yankees game. Let's take a look at the bracket. Let's discuss what has happened so far. This is best of 3 per game. If my thing will let me screenshot. There we go. Okay. So here we are. We are currently watching this game right here. Windrunners is up 1-0 against I'm down for that. And so far, every single game has been 2-0. Somehow I messed up there, but they did win 2-0. So it's actually interesting that we haven't had the third game rule yet, but that might change. I've also, previously, we did a poll in the playoff updates. Excuse me, that's the wrong channel. People voted to keep the best of 3. There might be a chance we switch the format, but that is up to the players. For now, though, we're keeping it as it is. So eliminated has been Barrel of Monkeys, Better Than Creamy Pie's team. I'm down for that. Our Windrunners is still going on, and Blue Ball Boys have been eliminated. Next match, we will have. I'll probably cast lose round 3, and then we'll have Thomas cast semifinals. We'll go from there. Should be a fun time. As it says that they are ready. There will be a spectator delay. I will need to move the client. I will bring up the draft, though. I need to be very cautious with the draft because I don't want to leak anything since I have all the behind the scenes stuff. Let's see, this is game 9 on the bracket. And if we look, this is the draft that each team should play. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, just making sure. All right, so we have Windrunners will be playing red team this time. And then we have I'm down for that playing blue team. I'll just check real quick. Oh, shoot, shouldn't have shown that. That's why you got to be a little cautious. You don't want to leak anything too early. So, red team, Mbessa seems like it's been a very strong pick, at least last game. Renata has been a very relevant pick as well. I think Renata will do fairly well into their composition, the blue team's composition, because there's a lot of melees, and Renata likes that. Good to engage with the Recon potentially. Poppy is pretty good disengage, and blue team does have a lot of engage themselves. Overall, I think red team's draft is better here, but keep in mind this is best of 3. Each team will get their own iteration of these drafts. So last game we had Windrunners that was piloting the blue team. They will be piloting the red team, and I'm down for that. Was blue team last time. Lost, but now they're the red team. So if it was really a draft if, they could maybe switch that up. We're going to see as 9 seconds, and then I will show what everyone locked in, and then we can really discuss it. Should be long enough. 0 seconds. Okay, we're good. So we have from I'm Down for That a set of numbers playing Alistar, Ladsy playing Gangplank, Big Chino 28 playing Nocturne, Entropy playing LeBlanc, and M1844 playing Janna. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, I'm not aware of the names due to the fact that it just says enemy. However, what I can tell you is that this is indeed Windrunners. So they have Hwei, Brand, Taric, Mbessa, Caitlyn. All right, so overall comp-wise, I think that I think Taric does very well into the engage that Team I'm Down for That has. Can easily stop Alistar. Is actually a hard counter to Alistar, I would say. Nocturne can just create chaos, and if it's combined well with a GP ult as well as a LeBlanc engage, that's really solid. You can also make it very difficult to see Janna tornadoes coming in from this angle. So Janna tornadoes are going to be beneficial as long as Nocturne is playing around that. Very dependent on if Nocturne rush as Axiom Arc or if he's just going to go like a tanky Nocturne build. We'll have to wait and see. I personally am a fan of Dark Harvest Collector into Axiom Arc. Just the ultimate on constant cooldown, creating that chaos is so much fun, very useful. However, in a team environment like this, in a tournament, we'll see how useful it actually is if they go that build. Some good mixture of damage on both sides, good mixture of AP and AD. The thing I will say about the Windrunners composition is they don't have a lot of solid engage. They do have Mbessa, and if Taric plays around the Mbessa engage well, that is a solid engage. However, that does require a lot of synergy. I'm not sure how much synergy this Taric and Mbessa will have. Taric can follow up quite well with Caitlyn because if Taric lands a stun, Caitlyn can follow up with a trap, or vice versa if they step on a trap. Hwei has fantastic wave clear, although Hwei is nerfed in this mode. So that wave clear will be felt, as well as Brand. Caitlyn, I think, is also nerfed. Actually, every single champion, not sure about Mbessa to be honest, every single champion on the Windrunner side is nerfed, with the exception of Mbessa, I'm not sure. Taric is balanced. On the opposite side, I think Gangplank's balanced, Nocturne's buffed, LeBlanc's buffed, Janna's nerfed, and Alistar is nerfed. Alistar is one of those champions where it doesn't really matter, though, how much he's nerfed. He still provides the same role of being obnoxious, diving the front line, landing his combo, and being extra tanky with his ultimate. I think the Brand ultimate is going to shred, unless Nocturne has a good spell shield, it's going to shred the front line of I'm Down for That's composition. Just the fact that you have 3 melees with the Alistar, Gangplank, and Nocturne. And on top of that, LeBlanc could maybe do a bit of an oopsie and dive back to the backline and hit the Janna. We'll see the reaction time on how they play this as we finally load into game. And again, just as a reminder, this will be streamed on the other channel. I'm aware of that. Just wanted to have them both up because I'm here. Might as well. All right, so we have, now that we know the actual people, you have Your Mom, My Thick on the Hwei as we load in. Quick. These spicy builds looks pretty standard so far. So we have Your Mom, My Thick on the Hwei, Tree Huger on the Brand, Unoric on the Taric, Kite It on Mbessa, and Yankee on Caitlyn. As everyone goes in. Pretty standard builds, nothing to really report that I can see. It looks like Janna is going support and not going an AP build as Entropy goes in. Tark stun lands on the 2, and there's the Alistar counter right there. Kaita takes the snowball, goes in, gets stunned, will shield himself, has the shields with Unork, but it's not going to be enough. First blood goes over to Big Chino 28, but they will trade a kill, 1 for 1. As another stun lands by New York onto a set of numbers, Alistar. Yankee flashes, lands the Q, doesn't have enough AD to finish off the Alistar here. Janna Tornado misses. We'll notice Tree Hooger as Yankee does get hit by a chain, but will survive. Tree Hooger did take Clarity, so they won't need to worry about mana cost. Summoner spells are always really interesting in ARAM tournaments to me because it really shows the synergy and how they're actually playing. Are we going to try and counter-engage fights, or are we going to fully go all the way in? In this case, Tree Hooger just says, hey, I just want to poke them. And that seemed like a viable strategy here. As they have a lot of squishies, it would appear. It does seem like Big Chino 28 will be going a lethality build, and he also went Hail of Blades, so doubt we're going to see a tank build by Big Chino 28. As you see the barrels, he mistimes that one. Getting a little warmed up, I'm sure, as the clone goes in. A set of numbers takes the nice snowball, knock up into the knock back under tower. Kite it will dash away from that, though. As they will get the heal. I believe the heal timers are 130. I could be incorrect about that. Tier on Big Chino as well. Tier on Janna, so they're trying to hope for a scale. Tier on Taric. Interesting, as Kaita goes in, Taric stun misses. Big Chino spell shields nothing, and the Hwei does manage to land the root there. As each teammate on this map, each player is level 5. We're close to level 6 power spike for both teams. Level 6 is huge for Mbessa engages, huge for Taric ult. Big Gangplank and Nocturne ult, depending on the synergy. It's going to be really interesting. I think legit both comps are pretty good. I favor Windrunners a bit more with the Taric. However, with that being said, I think it will come down to synergy, ultimately, with these comps. Janna will hit a snowball, along with a Nocturne Q, chunking Tree Hooger quite a bit. Entropy goes for some poke, pokes a little more on Tree Hooger. Nice brand stun onto the Janna. Hawaii Alistar does not find anything, but a tornado does. Knock up. Unork goes in, is not going to attack the clone, so he didn't fall for that. Unork is getting lower. Yankee is in a good position to hit. Ooh, good two-man stun. Hawaii fears the Taric. Excuse me. What? Yeah, the Nocturne feared the Taric. Excuse me there. Entropy goes down to Yankee. Unork will live with just barely any HP. Kite will dive and will pay the price. Ladsy cashes out on that kill. Unork is currently low mana, low health, not a good combo to be if you are Taric. As Alistar goes in, gets stunned by Taric, doesn't have presence of mind. Unork doesn't have presence of mind, it would appear. He went, can I actually see the secondary runes if I click? I cannot. The GP ult goes in, and Nocturne ult follows up. A double kill for Entropy. Entropy trying to look for the triple kill. Hwei will miss the ult as Big Chino flashes it. Entropy will try and tower dive. Will get the kill. That'll be a triple kill over for Entropy. As Mbessa dives onto the Janna. Janna will ult to disengage that fight. Alistar will knock him away to protect the backline. Janna Tornado follows that up. Yankee's trying to poke. Entropy is on a rampage. That's 4 kills in a row. No quadra kill, but still 4 kills in a row. Yankee is on his own, but his brand will be coming in. Taric will be coming in soon, and Hwei will be joining him as well. That is a dead even gold lead right now, so it's still a close game, 6-6. As it would appear, Alistar might be building Heartsteel next. I never remember this item, this name. Blackfire Torch, built on Brand, looking to go a full burn build, as Yankee will kill Gangplank. Taric ult comes out to try and protect Kaita. It does land. Kaita will be protected. M1844 gets stunned by New York, followed up by a snowball. He will take it and get the kill underneath the tower. Alistar will not be able to knock him up in time. Well played to New York to tower dive. That Kaita will survive based off of his own shields and possibly a Taric shield, because that looked like a pretty big shield just for a single Mbessa. Alistar ult is pretty tanky, but I don't think he's taking enough to survive this, and he will go down by Kite. Gangplank lands a barrel onto Unork. As Triforce is completed on Gangplank, that is always a great item to have. Let's do a quick tier check, because I think we have a split second. Everyone is above 150. Tarek is the closest to completing his Fimbulwinter. It's fully stacked Fimbulwinter. As Entropy goes in. Big Chino will slay Kite It. Big Chino trying to finish off this kill there, although Assassin's Dream, will he get it off? He does have Collector. He needs to just a little more auto attack, and no, he will not get it. Unork trying to 1v2. He's going to run out of mana. Alistar knocks him back, which makes him miss the stun. Tree Hooger and Yankee are very low. They're going to probably go back, get that health relic reset. Your Mom, I think, is probably going to have to clear the wave here on his own. I pulled this up. This will interrupt it. My apologies. Ah! Entropy has slain Tree Hooger. Shutdown goes over to the Nocturne. Flex that with his Collector as Mbessa goes down, and a double kill for Big Chino. Gold lead is still just barely in favor of Team Windrunners. Mbessa has completed the Eclipse. Infinity Edge, so it's not going to be lethality, Caitlyn. It's going to be damage. Normal ADC, Caitlyn. Alistar continuing that Heartsteel path. Janna has built this item. Imperial Mandate will help with the slow combination of the... I can't remember the name of this. I haven't seen this played. Glacial Augment. That's it. We'll factor that in with the Glacial Augment. That will feel real good for damage-wise. Followed up by the GP ults on top of that. Pretty solid. Brand will have the Mask Haunting Guys to build into Leandries for the second burn item. That will feel very good against the fully tank Alistar. As Alistar goes in, will knock Tree Hooger, but not go very far. Tarek ult comes out. It will not save Tree Hooger, but it will protect 3 of his teammates. Caitlyn will need to play safe without the Tarek ultimate. Kite It has slain M18 before her. Unork follows up with a nice snowball. LeBlanc goes in, will deal some damage, will be able to root Unork, but that kill will go over to a set of numbers. As Fimbulwinter is completed on the Tarek, we'll have nice shields there. Looks like he might be going Knight's Vow potentially. That looks like a Knight's Vow build path, I believe. Caitlyn ult is blocked by Ladzi. Snowball is taken by a set of numbers and then immediately knocks Kite It back into the wall, but not going to get much from it. Kite It will kite back. Away currently Set of numbers. We'll free filling that burn a little bit. Brutalizer built on Nocturne. Okay, okay. As Yankee slays a set of numbers. A set of numbers should be getting his Heartsteel. There it is. Will get the Heartsteel. That will be very good against the Mbessa and Tarek. It's going to be kind of hard to hit the backline though, so we'll see how he plays it. As Entropy deals decent damage to Kite It, will manage to root him and ignite him. Oh, and Nocturne follows that up. Will get the kill. Does get stunned by the Tarek. Big Chino will spell shield, but will not spell shield anything valuable there. Okay, it would appear that Jack Show is the next item that Yankee's building. Besides that, nothing unusual that I can tell. As a nice 3-man stun by Unork, and Alistar tries to counter that engage by going onto the Hwei. Waladzi down on the bottom. Oh, nice flash stun. These Tarek stuns have been incredible, but Janna does disengage with the ultimate. Under tower will be safe for now. Yankee does take a tower shot. Ladzi flashes, will not be able to finish Yankee. Here comes the Caitlyn ult, will get the double kill. Alistar is the last one remaining on team. I'm down for that, but Big Chino will come in soon. Does not have ultimate. Don't think we'll be able to 1v5 this. Does miss the Q as Entropy does come in. Will assassinate 1. He does get 2. Ooh, it will not be able to protect the tower though. The tower will go down, but still good cleanup by Entropy there. Quadra kill. Oh, could this be the Penta? Big Chino needs to put in quite a bit of DPS. Will he give the kill to Entropy? He's trying. He's backing off. Unork. Oh, and he gets the Penta stolen. Oh, that's a tragedy. I understand, though. That was a stressful situation. It would have happened to anyone. It would have been really awful if Entropy died there and didn't get it. So, I understand. Nice tornadoes coming out. The Glacial Augment. As we should pull up the builds now since people have died. Jack Show completed for Unork. As Entropy is unstoppable, Alistar goes in. Nocturne follows it up. Will not kill anyone. Tarek out only lands on himself. Will Snowball miss the stun? Alistar is currently 1v2ing this. As Ladzy will slay Tree Huger. And Yankee follows it up with a double kill onto Ladzy. The numbers will go down. A triple kill for Yankee. Could this be the second quadra kill of the game? And it will not be, as the ace is taken by Kite, who will secure that final kill. Alistar with already 100 Heartsteel stacks. Not too bad. Not too shabby at all. Axiom Art completed on Nocturne. I do really like this build, so he is trying to go for as much ulting as possible. I think Hubris is also pretty good on Nocturne, but considering how quick these games are, you probably wouldn't get your gold value out of Hubris. Does have that tier. We'll probably build that Manimune next. Alistar goes in. And the block follows up with that damage. Ladzy will kill your mom. My thick Kaita is just taking so much damage from those shields, protecting himself. Unork lands a nice stun. Huge burst damage. That must have been a Caitlyn auto crit or something. Double kill for Yankee. Alistar goes down. And we have Unork just protecting this Mbessa perfectly, I would say. With the Mbessa shielding herself on top of the fact that you have the Unork shields. As Kite will die. Why not? You have Tarek on your team. Oh, but Tarek is actually binded to the Caitlyn, and clearly that's working. I mean, the Caitlyn has 15 kills, so why not? Ace, as Entropy goes in, will get a shutdown onto Yankee. Wei will get Entropy. Kaita is 2v2 right now, as Big Chino will go down. Alistar's the last one remaining. He is pretty tanky. He doesn't have anyone up for another few seconds. Ladzy can ult once he respawns. We'll see how he utilizes it here, as Ladzy will decide to TP in. Alistar does knock up, and here comes the GP ultimate. Not the best synergy there. However, your mom, my thick, will be able to take down a set of numbers, potentially. As the Janna Shields comes in, actually protects them. Ladzy gets Caitlyn ulted. A set of numbers still alive, probably procs his passive to get some health back. Unork, who has no mana left, such a difficult thing to do. Completely but he does have Triumph. And Tree Huger actually uses the Clarity. It's something I completely forgot to factor in. Does give Unork, his teammate, more mana back to try and keep the fight going. Alistar has purchased a Warmog's armor, so he will be regenerating during these fights. At least the aftermath, I should say. Doesn't seem like anyone has any strategy for, hey, let's let this person farm. It seems like everyone's kind of sharing. The carries you would expect to have the most CS do have the most CS. And Mbessa surprises me a bit. Sometimes ARAM players purposely try and funnel all the gold onto one player, but it seems like people are not trying to do that strategy. As Nocturne goes in onto the Caitlyn, will not be able to find anything with that yet. Unork will be low, pops the Tarek ultimate, will get a Tarek ult on 4 as Mbessa dives in, does get M1844. A triple kill, driving the Entropy, could be looking for a Quadra. Alistar is low. Yankee will take that kill. Hey, remember that kill you stole earlier, Kaida? I'm going to do it now for you. As that is an ace for Windrunners. We'll get the inhibitor. Don't believe they will be able to end, but they will certainly try their darndest. Unork has some good heals here. Big Chino. Last man standing. Does spell shield. Here comes the GP ultimate to deal some damage. This could be it. Unork is really trying to use his passive, but not dealing much damage to it. Gangplank gets stunned. There's no barrel for him to really poke Tarek out. Tarek is almost out of mana. This could be very problematic. Janna tries to disengage, but will not be successful enough. Janna goes down. Alistar is on his own with the 3v1 there. And on the side, you have Ladzy trying to take out Yankee. Doesn't have enough damage, as I want to pan the camera over here. Ladzy goes down. A set of numbers is going to go down, and that will be Windrunners taking the win against I'm Down for That. Okay, here are the stats for that. I need to update the bracket. I believe That was 2-0. That was 2-0 in favor of Windrunners. So we're going to update that. Now I'm going to set up the match. How do I want to do this? Okay, well, first off, I need to send the draft to the opposing teams. I'm going to actually do that on my second monitor, just so I don't leak DMs, team chats, and whatnot. Again, sorry, my apologies. We're doing, we're switching things up because fortunately LaRue could not be here. So get the best of both worlds. You'll see everything from now on. So we have Aramateurs versus Czech PayPal. I will set up that game right now, unless they've already set it up. Where's Airbus? Okay, we'll set up Aramateurs and Czech PayPal. First, they already got their draft. I'm going to invite ThomasCasts. Invited Erebus. I'll invite just false X. Aramateurs. I guess we'll invite the rest. They should be knowing what their draft is. I'll double check. Aramateurs does. Okay, so now we will set up the draft. Musket, water, dying. Excellent, love to hear that. Okay, next we will be doing the draft for Wintraders versus Windrunners. I'll show that in a second. That would be game 11. And if anyone's listening to the stream and needs something from me, please DM me on League. That's the best way to reach me at this point. So Wintraders versus Windrunners. Okay, so to clear up some stuff, on twitch.tv/Tournament Kingdom, not Tournament King, you're watching Tournament King right now. Tournament Kingdom. ThomasCasts will be casting the winner's bracket. In case you don't know what the winner's bracket is, it's Aramateurs versus Czech PayPal, which is the game we're currently in. I'm just here setting up the game. If you need help, let me know. And then we're going to set up the other game. Wintraders versus Windrunners. I'll ask you, Nork, if there's a game. If not, I will start setting up the game. Yeah, okay. Now, both of these teams haven't had much time to look at their drafts, so we're probably going to be here a little bit, which is okay because, hey, if the other game starts, we'll just watch that for a bit, get an idea, and then we'll come back here. You guys notice they invited ThomasCasts. I will be casting this game. Wait, is this the person? I can't tell because of streamer mode. I think I got him. Should. We're going to give them about 5 minutes before I pressure them. Because these guys just got out of the game. The other people in the other game had plenty of time to go over a draft. So I assume they're going to start soon. Don't worry, guys. The plan is to have the screenshot situation fixed for next tournament. That's the first priority. The main reason why I stuck with the this format is just because everyone was used to it. Everyone knows about it at this point. And I didn't want to do something really change or experimental for a playoff tournament. So that will be changed. The screenshot thing is painful, but we do have something really cool in behind the scenes that will be revealed for the next Tournament Kingdom update. Thankfully, though, we don't have too many screenshots to send, as the other game is not underway just yet. I'm not sure if you noticed. I'm not expecting a thank you or anything from him, but I would feel bad if he's waiting for me to give permissions and thinks I didn't because I didn't tell him. I'll open that DM on my other screen. What does Kali Love have to say? Are you able to add four? I already did, I believe. I guess they just didn't know. Yeah, I guess they just didn't realize that. Which I didn't, to be clear, I didn't tell them. Okay, the other game is still not underway. They are 1 minute into the game, though, so there's probably spectator delay on, Indeed, I just checked. Spectator delay on the other stream. But again, let's pull up the bracket real quick. We are currently watching this game, the Battle of the Winds. And then there's this game being streamed on twitch.tv/Tournament Kingdom, Aramateurs versus Czech PayPal. The winner of this match will advance to the finals, and the loser of the match that we're spectating will be eliminated. It's a pretty big deal here. I should probably pull up the drafts, I will do that real quick. That's right. This is the correct draft. Poppy, Wukong, Renekton. So, just to discuss it, Wintraders are blue side. Windrunners are red team. It's so confusing with Wind because I always usually use the first 3 letters to judge someone, but since it doesn't work there, I can't. So overall team comp, who would I say is better? There's actually a lot of good champions on both sides. I don't even know who I like better. I think I like. Man, this is tough. I don't know which comp I like better. I think I like the red teams better just simply because you have Lulu. Lulu's really strong. Synergizes well with Kale. Synergizes well with Yi if you go that pathway. Synergizes very well with Hecarim. I think a Hecarim Kale Lulu comp would be amazing. On the red blue side though, you could easily have counter that with Poppy because they have a decent amount of dashes if they go this route. They have a Braum dash, they have a Master Yi dash, they have a Neferi dash, Yana dash. Thresh could hook and fly in but could be blocked. So it's tough decision. I think Poppy is a must pick here, in my opinion. Oh, I shouldn't be showing that. My apologies. I don't think much got locked in though. Let me see how much did get locked in. Oh yeah, barely anything was locked in at that point. And ultimately, it doesn't matter. If someone goes a certain comp, they're going to switch it next time. Interesting. Okay. I really like both drafts so far. I'm excited to show you guys. Again, the reason why I'm not showing it is because not everyone's locked in. One team's locked in. We're still waiting on the other. Okay. We're officially locked in. So we have Zach, Vayne, Kha'Zix, Nar, and Lissandra versus Karthus, Lulu, Kale, Urgot, Braum. Now, I must say, I love this comp. I think it has a good mix of AP damage and AD. Kale, you can be kind of flexible. It will do really well with the combination of Braum passive on top of the Lulu buffs. You can just make Kale or Urgot just proc the passive so quickly with the attack speed buff that Lulu can give. So I love this comp. This is probably the comp that I would want my team to go. On the other side, though, Vayne is pretty good into Urgot and Braum because she shreds tanks, and Urgot will probably build tanky. Usually, you build Heartsteel on Braum. Kha'Zix, I think Kha'Zix will be hard to pull off, but he's one of those champions where if you get ahead, the game's actually pretty fairly even and pretty fun. Pretty good. Zac will not have too many hard counters unless Urgot times his E's perfectly. And then Nar's a pretty solid ARAM choice. I feel like we don't really see Nar that much, which I don't understand because I think Nar's good. He has good damage, he has good engage, he's buffed in ARAM. So I'm excited to see him play it in a more competitive atmosphere. Karthus will not do too well into Lissandra because Lissandra alt counters that. Lissandra might go Ultimate Hunter and Zanya's, which I think would be the ideal build into their comp. To factor in the Urgot ult, you can Zonya's that. If you get hit, you could factor in the Karthus Ultimate, you could dodge that. The Lulu Polymorph is probably just going to be primarily focused on Kha'Zix and Zac, I'd assume. Or maybe they'll just sit there and buff their carries. Buff the Kale, buff the Urgot. Karthus in ARAM is always very interesting because you either have people that just go all in 100% and they just int essentially, not int, but strategically dying on Karthus is very effective, as weird as that is, but we'll see how they play it. Braum does also all right into Zac, because he's always going to be on top of you to proc your passive. I think that if Wintraders manage to perfectly time the engage, they will win the overall game. But if they don't time their engages perfectly and on the same page, they're going to have a hard time and probably be outscaled by the opposing team's comp. That opposing team being Windrunners. Here we go. We are finally loading in. Okay, so who's actually piloting Karthus? Your mom, I think. Unork playing Lulu. Unork seems to like supports. That's what I'm noticing. Yankee on Kale. We have Kite on Urgot. And then we have Treehuger on Braum. You pull up the builds here. Attack speed, Berserker Greaves, first item for the Vayne. Plus a... Oh, he switched it. Never mind. Guardian's Hammer for the Vayne. Let me zoom out a bit so you guys can get a better view. There we go. Deck already looking to engage. Will at least start the E. Will not take that though. I will say that the Kale build, I'm very curious to see. We'll go the Snow Globe first item. So potentially an AP build path. Maybe they just want that for the mana regen. Two 3-hit passives on Wintraders' side, with the Gnar passive as well as the Vayne passive, both W's. W's as in their abilities, not as in W as in win. Treehuger misses the tag. The build's pretty standard here. Will be support Lulu, as I expected. Refillable potions, okay. Interesting. Refillable potion is always an interesting discussion because you really need to know that you're dying enough to kind of get used to it. And I actually like it on Karthus because chances are you are dying a lot. Kale, you don't want to be dying a lot, so I think it's an interesting buy on the Kale. It's a pretty calm game so far. Probably the calmest early game I've seen. Tag misses by Treehuger. Turbo Bonobo is building up his Rage, so we'll be able to have that for the next fight if they decide to make one. Taylor Clone walks out of the bush. I don't know if that was intentional to bait them or was a mistake. It is revealed regardless. As he engages, Urgot does not get hit and will dash, has a decent shield from the Lulu on top of his E. Taylor Clone does take poke damage, but will heal a little bit with his passive and will be alright in the overall scheme of things. Gnar lands a W. Yeah, this is very different pace so far. Taylor Clone goes in. Braum pulls out the shield to protect his ally. Snowball lands on a Treehuger. Zed goes in and lands a 3-man root, I believe it was. Treehuger will go down. Flashes. First blood goes over to Gnar. Taylor Clone will continue the fight. Does have passive, so he can play really aggressive right now. Hide it, misses the E. Ooh, that's unfortunate, and will pay the price for it. Taylor Clone will get that kill. Lissandra passive will deal some damage to Unork, but he will actually shield all of it, so he's chilling for now. As Yankee will slay Turbo Bonobo, and Dissonance will go down to the Karthus. Karthus is completely so he might as well die. At this point, you're more useful dead now. And that is an ace, but I think that was an intentional ace. It didn't look like an outplay. It seemed like the Wintraders really just wanted to commit to that tower. They get it to below half HP, so potentially worth it if that was their goal, and they're all respawning, so I think that was a good decision by Wintraders. As Braum lands a knockup onto the enemy team. Taylor Clone gets stunned, does not have passive, so if he goes down, he's dead for sure. Treehuger gets down. Here comes the Karthus ult that should take out Taylor Clone potentially. Nope, too tanky for that. And Soccer Balls cleans up the kill along with Gnar. Turbo Bonobo shut down, and that is an ace in favor of Wintraders. They should be able to get decent damage on this tower. No one will be respawning for 3 seconds. That is a lifetime in ARAM. As there's a TP. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they could punish this. And they'll take the tower and will punish the Karthus. But again, Karthus, or that's Braum, excuse me. And Braum will go down, though. Karthus will probably be not too short from going to join him. As Taylor Clone will get Urgot ulted. There will be no fear, but a snowball will land by Kite It. He takes the snowball, as there's a fight going there. Yankee will get the kill on Vayne. Dissonance will get the kill on Urgot. And double kill for Yankee. He likes that. Any kill you can get on kill is really good. Flashes, lands the Q slow. Turbo Bonobo is trying to build up his rage. Will not be able to build it enough to survive. And that is a triple kill for Yankee. That's got to feel great, looking like he's going to go on an attack speed / on hit build. I'd assume he's building Bork here. Pretty good item into Zac and Gnar, because Gnar is building Heartsteel. Taylor Clone trying to posture to engage. Now Soccer Ball will need some time to engage. Nice dodge by Kite It. Will fling them back and reposition Taylor Clone, saying, get back on your side of the map. Tree Hooger gets hit by the Zac. He will be pulled back in. Nice damage by Soccer Balls, as Taylor Clone will go in. Gets rooted, stunned rather. Zost goes down onto Zed. Zed is stunned again by the Braum passive. Urgot lands the CC chain. Zed does get the ultimate off on the Lissandra. I just need to say Lissandra for Zed. It's getting way too confusing. I'm going to try and say the champion name, as Soccer Balls is doing a good job positioning away from the tower, but still dealing decent poke damage. Turbo Bonobo misses a snowball. Zac goes in. Tree Hooger does dodge it. Jumps onto his ally to save himself. Turbo Bonobo ults the tower, ults him under tower. Yankee has ultimate, will get pinned against the wall. Lulu Shield comes out. Here comes the Karthus ultimate. Will deal some damage to Soccer Balls, and Your Mom My Thick will kill Taylor Clone. Soccer Balls is a one-man show for now. Will try and finish off Tree Hooger, but does have the Guardian to protect himself, and Braum will survive. And that is a double kill for Karthus and an ace for Windrunners. Wintraders does have the hubris on the Kha'Zix. You have Bork completed on Vayne. That's a nice item. Spirit Visage on Zac now, as Lissandra will kill Tree Hooger. Heartsteel built on Gnar, okay. And Braum also built Heartsteel. I think Braum Heartsteel is a little difficult here. All you can really get is Zac, unless... yeah, I don't know. It's going to be hard getting Heartsteel procs. Zac goes in, will not find anyone there. Yankee is so low health, he will go down to Lissandra. Lissandra with the double kill. Braum goes down, and that's a triple kill for Lissandra. Lissandra will go down. Ultimately, that is a 1 for 5. And Wintraders will get the inhibitor here at 7 minutes. 7:10 is the exact time, I bet. Let's see. 7:07. Close. Taylor Clone will heal up with his passive, so he won't need to worry about that. And he has Spirit Visage, which complements his passive quite well. As Zac goes in deep, as Kite It goes in deep, I should say, and Taylor Clone follows up to prevent that. Turbo Bonobo will go down here with the Braum passive. Unork will just stay behind his Karthus and will stay A-okay. But Wintraders will take that. Let's check out their builds right now. Okay, Wit's End completed on the Gnar. That will feel good with the attack speed. Malignance on Lissandra, pretty standard stuff. Lissandra did go Dark Harvest, meaning that there's a chance that he went Ultimate Hunter this game. Lots of ults. Yankee is in a good spot, though. He's 10-2. Good place to be, as Unork gets caught out by Zac. Oh, and a good combo. Look at that combo with the Lissandra W. Kill Ultimate tries to protect the Braum. I don't think it's going to matter, though. Tree Hooger does go down. Yankee's the last one alive, and a double kill for Vayne. A shutdown for Kha'Zix. And it might be a tower here, potentially the end. I don't really know. They're ending quite quickly. I have a feeling they'll die for it. Even if they don't end, they're going to try to end, is my guess. Even if it means death. Unork respawns, along with 3 of his teammates. Urgot, slowly getting in there. Doesn't find anyone, does flash, cheap in the backline. Zac knocks him up, instantly gets demolished. Kha'Zix finishes that kill, has 31 stacks on the Hubris. Vayne is doing a good job kiting. Will take down Tree Hooger right there. Soccer is 1 health. Oh, that's going down to the Karthus ultimate. That is a kill. Good snowball by Taylor Clone. Not sure if that was intentional, but I believe he dodged the Karthus ultimate by snowballing onto Unork, and he gets a double kill, and he has passes. Turbo Bonobo is almost fully rage. Here comes Mega Gnar. Mega Gnar and Zac are both low. However, good ultimate to pin them underneath the Nexus. as Yankee does a good job positioning under Fountain. Will slap them together, but Yankee is chilling for now. Tree Hooger will take the kill onto Zac. However, that tower is low HP. They will be able to clean that up next fight, assuming that Windrunners do not do a good job protecting. Bramble Vest completed onto Zac. That will help with the healing reduction against Kale. And I guess that's the only main real healing reduction that you need to kind of fear at this point. No other crazy items. Serpent's Fang built. That's a very good item in Tululu. I like that. Mikhail's completed onto Unork. Interesting. So that will help with the Lysandra engage. Probably Lysandra ultimates. I like that item. I think that item is really good for this comp they're against. As Soccer Balls will finish the tower. Red turret destroyed. They're trying to hit the Nexus. Remember, ending fast is good because if you go to game 3, then that means that you have the fastest time, you get the side selection. As they will just clean up this fight, and that will for sure be game. Soccer Balls will not get Unork. He'll hide under the tower. Snowball goes in. Will they take it? They will take it. Finish off the ace, and that is game 1 given over to Wintraders. Let me check my DMs real quick. Anything important? No DMs. This is... ThomasCasts need to be here, not me. I'll invite him. There we go. And I'm going to leave. Okay. I'll set up the other game real quick. So again, we get to see those opponents play. They're switching drafts now. Create custom, Howling Abyss. Invite. I don't have recent players. That's a tragedy, but that's okay. So we have Windrunners. Unork. I don't know why he's inviting me. Let me ask. Hey, perfect. I thought I did add Thomas. No? I invited him. Oh, he's here. Never mind. Okay. So we're good on that. Again, twitch.tv/Tournament Kingdom. Currently has this screen up, but he's casting it. So feel free to check that out if you want to watch the winners bracket. The winners is Check PayPal versus Aramateurs. I have a feeling that Windrunners will want a little extra time, which is fine. I sent the draft a little later to them. They probably didn't have much time to discuss. And this is also a big game because if they lose this, they are eliminated. So it's understandable that they're doing this. Let's check the match results. Mute this for spoilers. But apparently it was 1-0 victory for... I'll say the team name. Mute it if you don't want to hear it. 1-0 victory for Aramateurs. We'll put that on the screen here. This was the match results. 15-minute game in favor of Aramateurs. But again, they switch comps, so we'll see what they pull out next time. Yankee says starting. Wow, they're already ready to go. They're good to go. So reminder, whoever loses this match Well, okay, let me rephrase this. If Windrunners, aka Team 1 in this scenario, win the game, we go to Game 3. If Team 2, aka Wintraders, win the game, then Windrunners are eliminated. Reigns wins sad says, I believe. You believe what? You believe in one of these teams? I'm curious to know. Right. Let's look at the stats because we're just kind of sitting here waiting. And we didn't really discuss that too much. So this was the match that we just spectated. Everything looks pretty standard. I'm impressed by the Kazakh's damage. I would have expected the Vayne to actually deal the most damage, but nope. Dissonance played very well that game. As expected, Karthus usually is the highest damage dealer, so your mom, I think, did his role quite well. Everyone did their role well. I think just Wintraders just timed their deaths really in a smart way and took advantage of their death timers perfectly. I also think that, I'm not trying to take this away, but I think that the Serpent's Fang Kha'Zix was just like an absolute hard counter against Urgot and Lulu. That was such a good item. And I was saying last game that I was casting whenever Nyrune was here that I think teams need to rush those important items first because these games are going by so fast. So hopefully if this comp is chosen by the opposing team, we get a remaster of that. As we are still in lobby. I think someone crashed. It says Zed disconnected. Is no one responding? Am I the one that's bugged out? I'm the one that's bugged out. Huh. Well, thankfully, I should be able to spectate this, so it's not that big of a deal. But I would have been sitting there for quite a while. So this is a draft, so they're switching sides. So Windrunners will be playing the blue team draft, while Wintraders will be playing the red team draft. I honestly don't really know how you could switch up the draft for red team. I think they drafted pretty well, to be honest. I think maybe put in a Hecarim instead of a Braum, potentially. If someone's good at Hecarim, Hecarim's really good at an ARAM, especially considering the fact that you have a Lulu to buff it, potentially, if you go that route. Do we see? We don't see anything yet, so we'll still discuss. Poppy also, I think, is a good counter pick. Really good. In fact, who does? Let me count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of the 15 champions have dashes, so Poppy does well into that comp. So unless they purposely don't pick any champions with dashes, which would be a crazy thing to do, I think Poppy would be good here. Also a little surprised Shen wasn't picked, but we might see it this game. I think Shen's a pretty solid pick, especially if you go something like Wukong. Dive the backline, have Shen to follow up. As we are getting closer, let's the timer at 50 seconds. Seconds. I'm not much else to say about the draft. I think Vi would only be good here if they pick Soraka, which they don't know. We still have yet to get a Game 3 scenario. Which I'm a little surprised by. As Check PayPal and Aramateurs are already underway. And we finally have this game going as well. Hopefully. Hopefully the client doesn't crash on me. There we go. Okay, so who's playing who? Yankee on Caitlyn. Lissandra is being piloted by Treehooger. Kite It playing Graves. Your Mom, I Thick playing Wukong. And Zach. Oh, we're going right into it. It just skipped it. We'll just continue where this is, I guess, because it kind of got spoiled. What's the point? My apologies. Can't really control the fact that the client does that. Here we are. This is game 2. Windrunners are playing for their lives. Blue team. As Zach goes in, Unork piloting the Zach this game. Your Mom, I Thick does play Wukong. Goes onto Turbo Bonobo, but he will flash. Taylor Clone slays Your Mom, I Thick. Soccer Balls has slain Kite It. And double kill going over to the Kiana. Interesting. Kiana is a champion that I think is strong. However, it needs to be played well. I think Kiana takes quite a bit of skill to pull off an ARAM. It's just so hard because Kiana gets away with cheesy stuff in the Rift, but in ARAM, even with the massive ARAM buffs, you still need to be pretty good in what elements you choose and whatnot. As Kiana will use the ultimate onto the tower, will lock some people up. Double kill goes over to Treehooger. Yankee slays Dissonance, but that is an ace in favor of Windrunners. It seems like Wintraders is completely content, though, dying as long as they get tower damage down. Oh, interesting. Okay. Went the elixirs in his runes. As Taylor Clone lands the ultimate on 3. Double kill goes for the Kiana. Might be able to finish Kite It. Will in the cube, but not enough damage. Your Mom, I Thick lands the Wukong ultimate. Will knock up most of the team, but will go down. Here comes the Karthus ultimate. Will take down New York. It will not. Kite It will also survive, but Soccer Balls will slay Unork as Taylor Clone lands the hook. And that is an almost an ace. It looks like an ace, but they have 2 people coming back. Treehooger, Roots Zed. Sorry, Kiana needs to get used to that. As they destroyed first tower at 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Ooh, barely misses that hook. Yankee has a nice dodge with the Caliber net. Shutdown goes over to Yankee. He's going to enjoy that gold. And he went. I love this draft that Wintraders went. Dissonance will back off. Double kill. Okay, yeah, I really like this draft so far. We haven't really talked about draft because it's been non-stop fighting. I really like the Lulu Hecarim combo. I'm a little surprised they didn't go Kale, but they know their strengths. It's their decision. I think Lulu Hecarim is a very good combo. And you can also buff Kiana, because Kiana seems to know what she's doing, the player themselves. On the other side, Windrunners, I like their comp. They have good CC, follow up with Traps by Caitlyn. As the Nautilus hook will not connect that time. Yankee will have a little bit of lifesteal in his kit. Does have lifesteal in his runes, potentially. He does have, oh, he doesn't have Fleet Worker. Must have lifesteal. Kite It punishes Karthus' aggression, but Karthus wants to be aggressive because he's under tower. Now trying to cause a nuisance. Yankee will get hit by the Kiana ult from a screen away, and that is a triple kill for Hecarim, and that is another ace. This game's just ace galore. As they will take the tower. And again, they don't care if they die. They'll just get damaged. That's all they care about. Kite It will go in. They don't care about Kite It, it would appear. They get the tower first. Lulu will slay that turret with the help of their allies. Yankee tries to finish off the kill. There's a bunch of Heartsteel stacks available for the Zach, but Zach is just beefing it up, I guess. As Soccer Balls will go down, doing a good job. Great AoE damage from the Hecarim. Does such a good amount of damage with how many melees they have, or short range, I should say. Lissandra doesn't have much range, Graves doesn't have much range, and you have 2 melees with Wukong and Zach. Hubris built. I guess Wintraders just really like building Hubris. I do think it's a solid item, especially with how aggressive they play. I just think it's also debatable if it's worth it, in my opinion, because the games are so quick. But he will lock that item in, obviously. And Bramblevest completed onto Taylor Clone, so to prevent the Zac healing. Well, as well as any additional healing that Caitlyn will receive. Wukong has Sundered Sky. How much damage has this thing done? 497 healing. Not damage, healing. As Zac flies in. Yana gets the kill. Nautilus gets Lulu ulted, so he's going to feel like a raid boss right now. Kaidet will go down to that Karthus ult. He tries to snowball away, and that is another ace inhibitor is down. This should be 2 towers. Very quick game so far. Sandra engages. Kiana punishes that engage, immediately pushing him into the Nexus. Zac flies in, lands the slap. Taylor Clone doesn't care. He's just trying to focus the tower. Soccer balls will go down. Taylor Clone will go down. And Turbo Bonobo will go down eventually, as the Caitlyn ult will come out. Caitlyn will secure that kill. And the gold difference is pretty massive considering it's 7 minutes in an ARAM. 4k gold different. 3k, about 4k. We'll say 4k. Be a bit more generous. Graves will also build Hubris. What's the stacks looking like? The stack difference. We have 9 versus 5. Okay. So Graves has higher utility or benefit from that. Although I don't know if Graves is considered a ranged champion. I don't believe he is. As Lysandra will get an ultimate down onto the Kiana. Yankee will go down by a nice snowball, followed by Taylor Clone engaging onto the Zac. A double kill for Taylor Clone, the Nautilus. My Thick needs to run for the hills. Try and hope that his teammates can respawn. Graves is in 4 seconds. Oh, but Wukong is in grave danger. That's another kill down. As a snowball lands, will land the point and click CC with the auto attack. Taylor Clone takes a tower shot, but that won't matter because he has a shield. They just want this tower. That's all Wintraders want is towers, towers, towers. They take the tower. Unork will try to counter that by taking down the Lulu, and they are successful in that aspect. As your Mom I Thick comes in. And I don't know how they're going to defend this. This is going to be hard. There's going to be a lot of big power spikes on the Wintraders side. As Kaidet will slay down Dissonance, but Dissonance is strong whenever he's dead. As it will be a 1-for-1 as Taylor Clone engages. Taylor Clone getting CC chained, but Lulu ultimate comes out. The raid boss is back. Yankee will go down by the fear of Hecarim. Will kill them. Tree Huger goes down. Your Mom I Thick is trying to kite this out and will not be successful. Unork is trying to proxy the wave, it looks like. I think he's just accepted his fate. I think he knows that this game is basically over. Soccer balls will try and end. Kite will try his best to kite out for his potential last opportunity in this tournament. He will, unfortunately for him, not be successful, but fortunately for Wintraders, they will take the 2-0 victory against Windrunners. All right, lads. Here we are. Let's see what the other match is happening. The other match is currently in progress. Let me update the bracket, though, before I do anything. So, Windrunners are eliminated. Thank you to them for participating. It will either be Czech PayPal or Aramateurs that will face them. I am going to put another poll out because it's starting to get a little long. And I want to make sure that everyone is in agreement with this. So let's see, we have not Windrunners, Wintraders, we have Czech PayPal, and we have Aramateurs. And then we want a poll. Should we switch format? No, keep BO3 for the rest. I won't say rest. Keep BO3. We'll do yes. Switch to single game tournament draft. 1 hour. We will wait though before putting this out. Let's pull up Thomas's perspective, huh? I'll try and turn up the volume.
anyone who tries to interfere with them. Now that's a fear on Bob the Sledder. The Vex really looking for it, but the Vex is in trouble as the lady with the scissors is trying to scissor her down, but isn't quite going to be able to get it. So, Reformed Monkey, the lone survivor, hey, I think that's the skin that he's playing. He's playing Arcane Survivor Jace. Wow. And now he's going to slay the Braum. The Vex, it's KP attempting to throw out an ult there. That could have been game-changing if it landed on Reformed Monkey. They could have actually gotten some turrets there, but instead, the poke lands from Jace, and the Shock Blast claims the Yordle. So Reformed Monkey getting a little bit of health back, and now it's a full HP Aramateurs barreling down the mid lane, the only lane you might say, against Check PayPal.
If the volume's too loud,
firing off a shock blast, trying to find anyone who's hiding around the corner. As now the Maokai ult. The snap engage comes through. The Kennen not able. Ooh, is able to. Now dead. The Kennen's dead. The Lissandra is dead. The Aphelios is dead, and now it's a scrap. Amethyst just really playing with the margins there, not getting hit by the Nexus turret, but ultimately that Q is going to fly through the Nexus, hiding the projectile, and take the life of the Vex. So now it's going to be Kali Love and Airbus against the World, but the World is just looking a little bit too strong as Bob the Sled. No, actually, I think that was Amethyst that got the last hit on the Nexus.
All right, so Aramateurs have made it to the finals, I believe. I'll double check the match history. Right. Let me pull up Discord. Yeah, the Aramateurs won the first game. I'm going to put this up. I'm gonna hop in the voice channels real quick. Hey, I put another poll out, so feel free to vote. I put another poll out. If you guys want to vote, I put another poll out. So yeah, you guys can vote now. There will be a few more best of threes if that happens. I will talk to you guys in a bit. We have a few minutes. Yeah. Alright, so I think we're at the point where it's going to be one game at a time. Yeah, like I said, it's behind this. This is behind the scenes. Someone asked, "What is the Discord?" Tournament Kingdom. This might not be a valid link, but we'll try. I'll post it in chat. Oh, a hidden Okay. Well, if you scroll to the bottom, there is I could cast with you. Sure. Get in here, Thomas. We'll need to do a audio thing. Six votes, 4 votes. What's going on? Oh, he's doing what to do with stream. Shut it down. Go to Tournament King. Here. I will copy this. All right. Looks like it will be best of 3. Because 2 minutes have passed, only 10 votes. So we're keeping best of 3. I will need to do the drafts. So let's see here. This is Check PayPal versus Wintraders. This is game 13. I need to pull up this. Ignore that. Didn't mean to click on that. So check PayPal. Blue side. And that means that Wintraders, red side. Yeah, so ThomasCasts will be joining me here. As this will be the final time we can, final time we will stream. Not the final time we'll stream, but the final games, where there's only one stream happening now. Game no longer exists. You know, I'm not fixing typos. I'm over it. Looks like Pac-Man figured out with the Discord. Hey, Thomas, I don't know if the stream can hear you. Say something, please. It's not picking up. Let me try this. Give me a sec. Thank you. That makes one of us. For those of you that don't know, he said he believes in me. Nope, that's not it. He didn't make it. I got an invite from Nutjuice, though. Sorry, I'm talking to the stream, Thomas. Just ignore me until I directly speak to you, please. I'll just say okay. Right. Say something, please. What is going on? Well, I'm trying to make its own separate thing. If I do desktop audio, that's going to ruin all the other audio. See, it's saying that it should be coming up. That's the weird thing. Maybe I'll need to solo cast this. I hope not. Yeah, but trying to re-coordinate that all, I feel like... Are they waiting for me? They didn't invite me. I feel bad pressuring them, but I feel like they already have a game set up. Did they invite you? No, they did not. Okay. Yeah. My client has been really bad today, which is why I'm concerned. Oh, Airbus forgot. Okay. uh, I'm not going to delay the tournament, but I'll take this time to figure out audio thing. Oh, is Nyrune here? I want to call Nyrune. Maybe he'll know. Okay, if this doesn't work, I'm throwing in the towel.
Yeah, fair.
Oh, I think it worked.
Oh, did it?
I think so. You might be a little loud. Just keep speaking
Well,
nonstop. Use that
oh
majestic
no,
voice.
that's the first time I've ever heard somebody tell me that I'm too loud.
All right, I think that's working. Let me listen back. Just keep talking. Let the audience hear your
Yeah,
lovely
I'll
voice.
keep talking. It's something that I'm good at, actually. It's a skill of
All right.
mine is talking loudly
Okay.
for long periods of time.
Yeah. Okay. I think I got it. All right. If anyone in chat is listening and you want to hear Thomas's lovely voice more, please let me know. Oh, I got a high draft. Uh, ah. All right. My apologies. Okay, so this should be good to go. I will check the DMs real quick because I got a ping. Oh, someone's client was bugged.
Suboptimal.
This
Not
is
what you're
this
looking
is the
for.
screenshot someone just sent me. If anyone's looking on stream, that's what their lobby looked like. So yeah, that's not normal. That's why there was a delay. League's
What are you
client,
talking
ladies and
about?
gentlemen. Extra cool. So yeah, Thomas will be doing the play-by-play. I will be doing color, but we have plenty of time to talk, Thomas.
We
Do you
do
wanna,
have plenty of time to talk.
how,
I'm excited to talk.
how are you doing? How does it feel to cast? How many games have you done? There hasn't been a single
Uh,
3-0. How do you
yeah,
feel
it's
about
been
that?
it's been 2-0s the entire time. Yeah, so it's not as rough as it could be, but you know what? My larynx hurts.
Your what hurts?
My larynx.
Oh.
Is it that bad? No, it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel it. I feel it. Gonna need some more milk tonight, is I guess what I'm getting at here. Maybe a little bit of honey.
Oh, honey. Yeah.
How are you doing, our lovely tournament host, whose name I will not disclose?
I don't know how many people actually know me by my real name, but if it slips, it's whatever. I'm doing all right. I think there's mixed feelings on the best of three format, which I think so. I don't think it's going as long as people expected. I think people were expecting it to be like 7 hours at this point.
Yeah, I was kind of getting that vibe personally, but it's looking like the tournament should be wrapped up in like 5.5 hours, which that's good. That's good. That's a really that's a good estimated time.
Well, you got the vibe that it was going to take too long, or you got the vibe that people didn't like it?
Oh yeah, I thought I was gonna be here till like 8 o'clock. I'm on the West
Pacific
Coast
Standard
for
Time.
anyone who doesn't know. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm next to the real ocean. You know, the good ocean, not that dinky ass shitty ocean.
Okay, okay. Whoa. We're live. We're live. He's very.
Ooh,
He
I
might.
live next to a puddle.
Maybe we're having guys. We're having Discord audio issues. I'm just teasing.
So, how do you feel about this draft?
Yeah, let's talk about draft, Thomas.
How do you
Let
feel
me.
about nut juice on the Zerath?
I mean, nut juice on the Zareth. I mean, what a combo right there.
Yes. We saw a Kha'Zix earlier that was, oh my god, it's just filthy Kha'Zix gameplay earlier. Which we can't see who's playing it on the enemy team. Actually, I just recognize the name if I saw it again.
It's either Dissonance, Soccer Balls, Taylor Clone, Turbo Bonobo, or Zed Shurikens.
Yes.
I think it was Bonobo? I'll look at the match results.
Yeah, I'm just...
Yeah, you can...
We're working through this. We're working through this.
Indubitably.
Yes. And in fact, hey everyone, we only have 50 seconds left until we get started in this match.
It was Dissonance. Yeah, let's talk about the draft now. It was Dissonance with Kha'Zix, at least the game that I spectated. Right, draft. I think that I don't know which draft I like more. I think that the enemy team, the Zac, Karma, Kha'Zix side, I think they have a lot of shielding with the set W combined with the Karma shields. However, on the opposing side, aka Check PayPal, they don't have a lot of champions that would be good at building Serpent's Fang. So it's going to be kind of awkward to build an item, but you might need it to deal with the Karma shields depending on if she's going support or not. I've noticed that Wintraders really like building Hubris as an item, and Wintraders like to fight. I don't know how many Windtrader games you have seen, but boy, they will just engage every opportunity. So they'll stack Hubris quite a bit. What about you, Thomas?
Funny thing that I don't know that I think one. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a lot of them. But I'll tell you what. Anytime I see a Zed in a game in ARAM, they're going to win. My god, why did they add 20% tenacity to every single assassin in this game mode? It's not good. It's not good, Bob. Not great, Bob.
Are you in game?
Yep, we're in game now.
Are you at 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds?
I'm at 8 seconds, 9 seconds. Yes, I am.
I think we're synced up.
So, let's talk about who's playing which champion.
Yes, sir.
We have Airbis on the Kennen. We have For Deluxe on the Darius. We have Nutjuice on the Zerath. It's KP on the Nautilus. We may not get to say anything else because there might be an engage, and yes, there is. It's KP going in, and he is going to be disengaged here. However, it's everyone on the other side of the map piling in as the Wintraders go in. They're going forward, and that is going to be disengaged now, but Airbis might be in trouble still, but no, the Karma W is not quite going to connect there. Dissonance wants blood, and Dissonance will find blood as the bug gets it. However, on the other side, it's going to be the little baby dragon getting the kill on the backside. Taylor Clone might go down here, but still has Zac passive, I believe. So isn't going to. So we reach a little bit of a lull. What do you think of that fight? Oh, never mind. Airbis is dead. Nice force of will there by Zed Shurikens, as that is also going to be a dead set. Soccer Ball's going down too. Now down goes For Deluxe, slain by Dissonance. And that's now going to be, nope, not a lull, as that's another nice kill by Zed Shurikens, and a double kill claimed by Dissonance. So yeah, you were right. Wintraders absolutely like to fight, as Dissonance is looking for our blood, but isn't going to be able to find it. Now Taylor Clone is going to go down, and that's the fight for now, though. It looks like another kill with another force of will by Zed Shurikens is going to take out the Kennen. Really nice Syndra gameplay there, I have to say. Really bloodthirsty gameplay in general, which is, as you said, expectations, what we were looking at.
Hey, it's only 12 kills in 2 minutes. Come on.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Honestly, bloodless game. We're going to get Ruinous out of con this game. game. Is it Ruinous or Voracious that spawns with more kills? Oh, hey, Fortalux is not dead. Oh, that was really did you see the apprehend there to stop the dash? I mean, he's dead. He's dead. But did you see the apprehend there to stop the engages? That was sick.
That was. I agree.
Well, Nutjuice is dead too, but on the other side is going to be Zed Shurikens and Soccer Ball going down. A lot of kills going over to that Smolder now. 3, 2, and 3. You have to wonder, a lot of fighting is something that Smolder enjoys in ARAM because he doesn't get to farm. Looking at the stacks, he's at 40 stacks already. As he starts to hit those breakpoints, it could mean trouble for the Wintraders.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to comprehend what's just happened with 20 kills in 3 minutes, to be honest, as there's another fight.
Oop. There's another kill going on. Soccer Ball's onto Airbus. That's going to be a Cinder Ult into Fortalux, but Fortalux is just fine. Now it's going to be Smolder slaying Zach. A big old suplex by Set. Is Set going to go down? No, he's not. And that was a massive fight by the Wintraders. You can tell they like to scrap, and they know how to do it.
They do indeed.
Really thematic, honestly, for Set.
Agreed, yeah. And also, you'll notice Karma is going the shielding build. She's going support. So again, as the comment I made in Champion Select was, I'm worried that they're not going to have good Serpent's Fang users, but they might need to rush it.
And Set is dead. That's a kill for Smolder. Again, 2 shutdowns so far to that Smolder as the Xerath ult comes over the top to support the Kennen ult, and that's a nasty combination right there. Now, Zach is caught out of position, but will Taylor Clone be able to get out? That's an open question. We don't know yet, but that's a stun from Xerath, and that's going to seal their fate. Another kill over to Calilove, and you see that Smolder starting to get fed. Gotta be a point of concern, despite the fact that Wintraders keep winning fights, though the Dissonance does indeed get another kill there. Dissonance going for another, but Zed Shuriken's going to be the one to clean it up. So, Calilove again got another kill there. That's Smolder looking dangerous, but I don't know how safe they're going to be in the backline against this team. Might just get a Darius or Nautilus thrown into them if anyone ever decides to engage into Set.
Calilove is stacking all right, though. She's at 56 stacks. Let me double check. Yeah, 59 stacks now. So you're going for that 225 power spike on the Smolder. Going to be kind of interesting if Calilove manages to do this with how aggressive Wintraders are playing.
There's the suplex, and that's an out-of-position Set. Just a little bit overzealous there by Soccer Balls. As the Smolder ult comes over the top, and bam! Do you see that empowered Karma Q? Just eliminated them with chi energy, I suppose. I think that's what that's made of. Oh, hey, Kha'Zix died mid-air, and there was just a big old splatter of blood juice all over the enemy turret.
And as I
now, you engage onto Smolder, and Smolder dies. And Airbus, however, looking for it on the Kennen. Is he going to find it? Bam! Xerath ult over the top, and that is going to be a dead Zac. And now we breathe. Would you like to do some color commentary?
No, I'm tired of talking. No, I will say that the Hubris is completed on Dissonance. He loves this item. He's built it, I think, every game that I've watched him play. As the hook comes out.
Oh, that's another engage, and that's going to be a dead bug again, splatted against the ground. Now, Soccer Ball's looking to get out. Does he have the Haymaker ready? I believe he already used it. So now that's going to be a Zac engage. Let's bounce, and here comes Taylor Clone onto them. Its KP is going to go down as well. Soccer Balls just barely survives, getting the Triumph proc there. I believe they're running, I think they're running Triumph. And that's a 4-0. 4-1, actually, because Kha'Zix did die at the beginning of that in the favor of the Wintraders. So still scrapping, but still a lot of kills being mopped up by Calilove as Soccer Ball's going to go down. Dissonance is going to go down as well. But Taylor Clone is now caught in the middle of everyone. They got the turret, but they lost a lot of kills for it. And that Smolder is at 84 stacks now, looking real juicy on that baby dragon.
Let's talk about that baby dragon real quick. Let's do a stack check. 84 stacks so far, so...
Girl, I just said that.
What? You mentioned the stacks?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, my bad.
How dare you? Oh, look, a fight's breaking out. Who could have seen that coming? as there's a Zerath ult over the top again, the Smolder ult coming in as well, but they were shielded. So the ults didn't really do anything there. Dissonance claiming a kill on the Kennen, and that's going to be another kill claim. That Kha'Zix, you know, that the Smolder can stack as much as they want, but the Kha'Zix ultimately is going to be able to one-shot people as this game goes forward.
Yeah, especially with how many stacks he has on his Hubris already. 4 champions, and it's only been 7 minutes, and he got that item, so he's feeling good so far.
That's a lot of AD on that item.
Just about.
Very, very good item in ARAM, isn't it? As that hook is going to splatter the bug against the ground. A bit of a... Oh, that was a little cheeky application of Liandry's with the rocket belt by Airbus on the Kennen there. That does some damage.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Rushing the Liandry's.
We like damage.
Rushing the Liandry's is interesting on Kennen. I feel like they would want the more engaged follow-up. However, the Liandry's is doing work against the Zac, and the set's probably going to get very tanky in a bit, so I like that item buy. The Proto Belt, I never knew that interaction, though. I've never thought about it before. It's interesting to see.
Yep, items apply on hit effects. Or not on hit effects, they apply. Anyways, the Kennen out too far forward there as Airbus takes a lot of damage. He's going to be fairly neutralized if he tries to get an ult off here, but Soccer Balls goes in too deep in return. Here comes Mom over the top, and here comes the Zerath ultimate over the top. And now it's going to be Taylor Clone in trouble here, but able to get away with the flash. So, low health bars on both sides. The next fight's going to be interesting, but you have to imagine it's in favor of Check PayPal here, as they have the poke advantage. That was a lot of damage in return there. From oh, look at that.
Oh.
Callie is dead from the Kha'Zix poke. Not a champion you typically think of as a poke champion, but here come the resets as the wings spread. I don't know that they have evolved wings, actually. It doesn't look like they do, huh? Oh, yeah. No, they don't.
Yeah, they do not. I think they
leveled. Well, what are you gonna?
Now they do.
They just leveled it up. Now they have evolved wings. Boy, those resets would have been sick if they did, though. As the set goes in over the top, attempts to finish him off with a haymaker, but ultimately it's going to be Turbo Bonobo claiming the kill on the Karma. Now, on the other side, there's a lot of turret diving happening right now, as Dissonance is going to be able to claim the kill on the Smolder. So, 2 turrets down to 0 so far, as now the pendulum might swing in the opposite direction, but Fortalux can't seem to be able to get the damage down. And no, that Zac is just not tanky enough. Actually, I was about to say too tanky. The Zac goes down, Soccer Balls comes in with the big old punches, the left hook, the right hook. And now the haymaker, the massive shield coming in. Look at the size of that thing. But as it dissipates, it's not going to be enough. And now the Zerath ult comes over the top, and that is a Karma up against a wall. And ultimately, it's going to be the Electric Rat that claims it, rather than the Flaming Yordle, Flaming Baby Dragon, not Yordle. It looks like a Yordle, though, huh?
It does. If you said that was Yordle, I'd be like, huh, that adds up. That checks out. And these Karma shields, man, they're massive.
Yeah, especially on the dive comp.
Another fight breaks out.
A lot of damage onto the Kha'Zix, though. Dissonance might be caught out, but it's going to be the suplex to disengage from the front line. The Kha'Zix is going to go down, but it is going to happen in exchange for the Smolder. That's a really big prize claimed on both sides. So now the Karma is going to get hooked, but I don't know if there's follow-up. There is follow-up, but the Kennen ult just isn't doing quite that much damage because it's not catching the vulnerable members. Now the Zerath is very, 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 very out of mana and out of health, as the Karma is just going to finish them off with a snowball. Now it's going to be the Kennen, eviscerated, smashed, splatted against the ground, and that's a 4. That's a 1 for 5, pardon me. Just the Kha'Zix going down in exchange for the entire enemy team. Now, something to note there was Zerath was low on HP and mana at the start of that fight, so we don't know necessarily what the next one's going to look like from that fight, but might be indicative of a large swing in the favor of the Wintraders so far.
Yeah, an interesting build, or interesting buy by Kennen as another fight breaks out.
Yes, indeed it does, as Soccer Balls is going to kill the Darius. And Callie Love stacking up. See, Callie Love is at 125 stacks now. We'll see if they can manage to hang on, but 12 minutes ticking over now. It's actually not that good of a pace, as you would imagine, with a lot of dive going on the opposite side. As Zac is going to go into passive. And we're going to have the other side of the fight happening. Dissonance, Mike. Oh, look at the size of that shield. It was bigger than their health bar. But ultimately, that's going to be a bug getting electrocuted straight into the bug zapper at the Kennen. And that is going to be a wipe in the favor this time of Czech PayPal. But they did take down the Smolder, which really does matter. It denies, 10 stacks from the minion wave, and it doesn't necessarily facilitate a goodbye. Oh, hey, Xerath is dead.
Fun fact. Yeah, Kennen win Abyssal Mask, which I think is an interesting build, as Set's trying to 1v3.
Yep, and he might just do that. That's his champion as the tanks come in over the top, and it's going to be the Zac jumping onto them. The Set will be the one to fall as Darius really doing a lot of damage there. And wow, Darius absolutely chunking them. But, however, Fortalux is going to go down this time to Taylor Clone. A lot of damage dealt out there by distance on the Cossacks. So now it's Cali Love in back, really trying to get those stacks up, really trying to get the damage down, and there's not a ton of threat on them until the Zac starts bouncing, and that's going to be the death in the favor of Taylor Clone. The Xerath, at this point, you see Xerath into Nautilus probably dead here. Yeah, Nautilus quite dead here. Xerath into shielding and healing champions and tanks is pain. That's pain is what that is.
Yeah, but the beauty is, hey, second game, if they really think it's a problem, they get to switch the draft and they get to experience the beautiful, juicy Karma shields. So
they
we'll
get
see
to
if
experience the Cossacks in ARAM.
And yeah, that's true too. If they play it, I feel like Dissonance is likes the assassins quite a bit, and
Yeah,
you haven't seen too much, but this is the second game he's played of Kazakhs, and again, second game he randomly got Kazakhs, which, what are the chances? I don't know the math. Someone does though. KP has his own shield, nowhere near as big as Karma's, and nothing really too spicy item build wise. Still no shield reduction on the side of Czech PayPal, which is shocking to me.
As here's another engage, and there comes the power, unleashed power from Syndra, as there's the Abyssal Mask Kennen, not doing a ton of damage to the enemy team, but is going to be able to dissuade the engage for now. Here comes the Xerath ultimates over the top, but it's going to be the Cossacks jumping in, but the Cossacks again gets electrocuted to death by the Bug Zapper. But the Bug Zapper is taken out by the Goop Man. Can't electrocute the Goop, as the kids are these days, and that's going to be a 1-4-5. Again, the Cossacks falling for the entire enemy team, and you gotta believe that's going to be the game. Just too much time on those death timers, unless this Darius can really work some magic here, but Fortalux is going to have to eat through shields to do it, and it's just not going to happen. That Nexus is going down, and that is going to be the Wintraders going up 1-0 in match score.
Over 100 kills in less than 15 minutes. So how are you doing, Thomas? That game was hard for me to cast.
That was a banger.
It was a banger. It was. I like that attitude. Oh, man.
Oh, I was actually referencing like really excellent Kazakhs game earlier, and they're eliminated now from the tournament, so no like favoritism or anything, but Yankee on Team Windrunners just was absolutely remarkable on the Kazakhs earlier in the day.
Yeah, Yankee played really, really well this tournament. I also thought Unork was playing quite well. Everyone on Windrunners played really well. And on top of that, they got fourth. And I would say that Czech PayPal, Aramateurs, and Wintraders are, no disrespect to the opposing teams, but clearly we have the stats to back this up with this tournament. But I think the fact that they got that far into this tournament, especially because they haven't played together in a while, is incredibly impressive. So no disrespect to them. They truly impressed me.
And it takes a lot to impress you. I've been trying to do it for years. And you just don't love me.
Thomas, do we really need to do this on stream?
Yes, we do.
Do we really?
No.
Okay. We'll do it during the winner's interview. How about?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Nothing could go wrong there. I should probably invite you, huh?
Yeah, probably. That might be a good idea.
Invite has been sent. So just a reminder, the draft is the same. They are just simply switching sides. So Czech PayPal will be the red team in this game. And we have Wintraders playing the blue team in this game. I'm very, very curious to see if there will be a much different composition. I would be shocked if we see Kazakhs again, but only time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, Czech PayPal's probably going to be able to win this match because Kha'Zix is available to them.
You think so? You think Kha'Zix is the solution to winning?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
I think that if you have even like a minuscule amount of time playing Kha'Zix, not me, mind you. No, actually, you know what? I've stomped games in ARAMs on Kha'Zix before, and I suck at Kha'Zix. So, like, a good Kha'Zix player? Oh my god. Playing Assassins with playing a reset Assassin that gets 20% extra tenacity is like 85% damage taken, I think, and like 115% damage done. I think he has ability haste buffs too. Like, get out of here.
What do you hate more, people comparing oceans or Kha'Zix?
Ret Paladins, mostly,
Okay.
actually.
All right. Okay, well, let's play a game, okay? Which draft would you go if you had 5 champions and you were cloned yourself? What comp would you go as the red team? The most
Oh, well,
important team here.
I would have to pull up the
Oh, if you
the
have my
chart.
if you have Tournament King open the stream, I have it, or I can just send you the image. Want the image?
Let's see. I see finals round 1, finals round 2.
This is game 13.
Game 13. All right, so we're going to pull that open. So we're looking at the red team, you said?
Yeah, because that's Czech PayPal's. Red, they need to win with this comp to go to game 3.
Mm-hmm. Has Victor been nerfed yet?
Uh, I think he
Yes.
received. Yeah,
Yeah, I think he got nerfed this week.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know how strong he is at this point. It's ARAM though, so he's very different in ARAM compared to Rift. 30
I
champs,
would.
no ADC, says Dirty Donut in chat. I mean, there is a
Oh,
smolder.
no kidding.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, but there is a smolder. So that's probably why Kalilov played Smolder that game, was because that was the only AD. However, again, they're switching comps. So for all you know, we're going to see another Smolder this game. I wouldn't be surprised, but that is actually a good observation. You know what? Dirty Donut should replace us. Dirty Donut, do you do casting? Guess we'll never know. Rain Sad says Rel Vi Shaco Karma Ziggs. That's the comp you would go if you were the red team. That would be a pretty solid comp. You could have some sneaky things with Shaco. You could have the follow up with the Rel and Vi engage, the poke from Ziggs, the Karma Shields. I think that's a good comp.
I
But
am
we'll see.
tempted to say same comp as last game, but replace the Syndra with a Zillion.
I could see that. I think a good Zillion is very annoying to play, and I think Zillion would work very well if they decide to go Set or Zac, because then you could kind of use it as a bomb delivery system, or even
Yeah, that's
Alistar.
what I'm thinking. And unfortunately, Zillion is more of a bomb delivery system than anything in ARAM because they just completely neutered his ult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think on the blue side draft, I actually think Czech PayPal did their best that they could. I think the one problem that I pointed out was, again, I mentioned it multiple times now, but the Serpent's Fang. But if you look at their overall champions, there's not very many people that would be very good at building Serpent's Fang. Maybe you could go like Lethality Jarvan if you think they're going to go Karma here, or Victor or Rel or Vi. Man, they have a lot of shields on red team. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
it's actually really tricky because the karma is critical. I think the karma shields are really critical, but the draft on blue side is having a Darius and a Smolder on as a threat of happening on the opposite side. Like, yeah, you could construct a little bit more frontline, and a little bit more like frontline focus than they had last game. You might be able to construct like an in general better team comp than they had last game. But the thing is, if you get like a Doctor Mundo, a Rel, a Zac, a Set, and actually that'd be a terrible team comp. That would have no damn damage.
no damn damage.
No damn damage.
I,
But I guess what I'm saying is you're kind of dissuaded from going for too many tanks that are like pure walls
mm-hmm.
because of the Smolder and the Darius, who can really build up A stacks and B stacks of passive. against them. So you don't want to play like a Dr. Mundo into that.
Makes sense. That checks out. I think Shako would be very good into blue team's comps as well because there's just a lot of engage, and if you just place a box and have everyone stand on the box, what are they going to do? I think a Shako Zillion comp would be very annoying to play against. But the problem is that would lean very heavily into full AP, so you would
Yeah.
kind of need to play Set or Vi to balance out the damage. However, I don't know how they can really kill someone with Shako boxes and Zillion ult on top of that.
Or you have Kha'Zix as your only AD and he just kills everyone.
That's true. And I mean, if you have the zillion speed ups plus the ultimate and you max your evolved wings level 6, you could get a lot of resets. Ultimately, there's a lot of decisions and good comps, but it's more a matter of what do the players themselves feel comfortable on. Taylor Clone says starting now. I'm going to hide this so I don't leak anything. And then I'll show what champions are actually locked in once they are locked in. So we'll stay in silent.
A lot of Mac slander going on in the lobby.
A lot of what?
A lot of Mac slander. We really don't like Macs in the lobby. Macintosh computers?
Oh, Oh, I thought you were saying MAX. Like
yeah,
maximum.
Max. Yeah, the like limit maximum in the WoW scene. Yeah, that's him. That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yep. That's what I'm going for.
Wait, did you know did you know who Max was?
No.
Okay, it's interesting. Okay, so folks, I play a little bit of World of Warcraft. I am old. I am 31 years old. I'm very old. So I grew up on World of Warcraft in my formative years rather than League of Legends, and then in my early adulthood I started playing League of Legends because like many people out there who play this game, though of course none who are listening to this stream right now, I am of course what you would refer to as a loser. So what you so, there's somebody who is like famously a good like raid leader who leads like one of the best guilds in the world called Maximum. I was confused why our lovely Tournament King here extended Max to Maximum there. I thought it would be referring to him. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that filler as we are about to get into the champ select that we can actually show you.
Mm-hmm. Set is locked in, and Kha'Zix is locked in, so they do have a mixture of 80. Unless Set goes tank, the Wintraders have no frontline. Excuse me. Check PayPal have no frontline unless Set goes tank, which would probably be their best bet.
There's no way Set doesn't go tank, right?
Yeah, I would be shocked if he doesn't. And also,
he's a bruiser.
I will say I'm not sure of Check PayPal's comfort of playing different champions, but I think the fact that assuming they have the skills to pull it off, because Zillion is a very awkward champion to play, and it would be hard to do in a competitive environment like this. But I think that having a Zillion to counter their full engage would have been so good here. And even Shako as well, which I think Shako is a bit easier to play than, whoa, my client is being a little weird. But I think Shako is a little easier to play than Zillion, just because he plays a box. However, it's not my decision. They will have a great way to jump onto the Smolder, that's for sure, with the Kha'Zix and pick potential with the Syndra QE and the Karma shields on top of the Set shields on top of the Victor shields. Will Jarvan build Serpent's Fang this game? That's what I want to know.
I just don't know what you replace with a Zillion here, and frankly, I love Zillion. I actually am a Zillion player.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually forced you into many Zillion lanes in bot lane over the 7 years that we've known one another. You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Zillion and ARAM sucks. I mean, like, he has ARAM buffs, and that's great, and he does a lot more damage than he does on Summoner's Rift, but ultimately, he doesn't do a lot of damage. His bombs fall off incredibly hard, just by virtue of that being his only damaging spell and his only form of crowd control. Like, in Summoner's Rift, the speed is probably the most valuable thing in the entire. Of course, the ult, everyone thinks of the ult. The ult's incredibly valuable as well, but guess what? That ult resurrects you with 10% health in ARAM.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. You basically don't have the button. unless you're rezzing somebody with an unbelievable amount of lifesteal, the button's virtually useless. And then you play it in ARAM, and then you get like 10 people being like, why didn't you ult me? Well, because my ult resurrects me with 100% health, and it just doesn't do anything for you. Yeah. That's why. That's why I didn't ult you. And because you've been flaming me all game.
Yeah, you tell him, Thomas.
I will tell him.
You are telling them right now. Is the game loading up for you?
We speak the truth on this podcast, Spencer. And the truth is that playing Zilean and ARAM sucks. Yeah,
I mean, okay, here's the thing. I agree Zilean sucks. However, I feel like with how much single target focus, are you in game? 3 seconds, 4 seconds?
I sure am in game.
Yeah, as I was saying, I think with how much single target focus, the Nautilus ult, the potential Jarvan ult being a single target thing, the Mbessa ult, it would be very easy to just be Zilean and place your ult and then just throw bombs on top of the person that died. But I agree, I think Zilean's numbers are pretty bad in ARAM. So much so that I think they're actually buffing Zilean in ARAM next patch is what I heard.
Good. Buff his ult.
Yeah,
buff his ult.
Just
why can they not just buff the raw numbers on his ult? Oh, it's because it's that whole thing they were talking about before about like they actually didn't have the hooks to be able to tune things for specific game modes.
Mm-hmm.
That probably is why, actually. That's probably why they've done a lot of that. But they're getting into the game now, so...
Yeah.
That'll be nice. Anyways, hey, look at that. We're into the game.
Oh, boy, I'm very excited. Tier start for Nautilus and Smolder. So Smolder's going for an extra late game style build because of the Smolder just overall kit, plus the tier. Of course, that's sped up in ARAM. 3 lost chapters for Victor, Karma, and Syndra. So it looks like Karma's going AP instead of support, which I find a little surprising.
Taylor Clone in trouble, but still alive. Took a lot of damage there from the Force of Will and the Karma empowered Q. And oh yeah, that's a Malignance build for the Karma this game, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if there's a big difference between power.
Well, it's gosh, what is that? Isn't there a rune called like Axiom Atlas
Axiom
or
Arcanus?
Something? Axiom Arcanus.
Yep.
That plus oh, Taylor Clone's dead. That was an ill-advised hook there, as the Haymaker from Set is just gonna whiff a little bit, but you know, trying to get a little bit of true damage poke there with the fight bar or whatever it's called. What is his reason? Grit bar. You want to punch things, me Set. Wow, a little bit slower paced this game, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a feeling that Wintraders, they don't have very aggressive early game champions compared to their other comps they've gone. And I also think Czech PayPal probably want to play a bit more conservative due to the fact that if they lose this, they're eliminated from the tournament.
Indeed, so, high stakes, high stakes.
High stakes, yeah. Karma.
It's an Empower Q aiming for the Smolder. Not quite able to make contact. Now, one thing to note here is that Czech PayPal, you think of Smolder as an aggressive scaling champion, but you also have, that's Airbus being caught on the Set, gonna get the Haymaker off, but not quite able to be doing enough, pardon me. As now the Nautilus goes in, but Taylor Clone in a little bit too deep as they'll go down. Four Deluxe also going to go down, and so is Soccer Balls. So it's a bloodbath as the snow is stained red, and Dissonance is going to be slain as well. Now it's Turbo Bonobo doing his namesake, going a little bit too far into that bush. So it's a triple kill now for the Karma, so that Malignance is funded. That is going to be absolutely chunking people out as soon as Nut Juice dies.
As soon as Nut Juice dies, yep. Yeah, you definitely have to go for it. You can see the gold. You can definitely purchase it. That's going to feel great, especially if he does go Axiom Arcanus, which... is there a way to view someone's secondary tree runes, do you know, Thomas?
Nope.
Nope, there's not, or nope, you don't know?
There are, but they're third-party apps.
Oh, no, I figured it out. He's not going. He didn't go Axiom Arcanus.
Oh, it's Airbus, and it's Soccer Balls over the top with that Cannon ult. And that is a massive fight that we missed some of, but that's okay. As Soccer Ball's going to loop back around, Fordelux is caught on the wrong side of the map. However, that Kha'Zix is really stupid in ARAM, and they are going to be able to get the kill there on Zed Shurikens. However, it is going to be well, it's not an ace because people respawn because of 8-second death timers, but they are going to be able to get the delayed, not quite ace in favor of the Wintraders. There's something to note here that I noticed Aramateurs actually doing in the winners final is that's going to be Fortalex getting another kill on the Kazakhs, and that's going to be another kill going down onto Dissonance, so that's 2 kills already in the fight, and that is going to be Turbo Bonobo claiming one of his own, but he's going to go down and return. And now it's the Syndra getting the kill onto the Jarvan, which was the kill that we just mentioned, actually. As the hook in might be ill-advised, but it's going to be Zed Shurikens looking for it on the Mbeza. Maybe that's the play. It's not. It's not the play. Got some damage down onto people, but the life traded over in exchange for Zed Shurikens. But I was saying there's something that Aramateurs did, actually, in the winners final that I haven't seen any other team doing, is that they killed themselves for tempo basically constantly every time they want to fight. I don't know if you saw that in any of their games previously, but it was actually probably the thing that's defined them against all of the other teams in the tournament so far, is those tempo deaths are really, really, really potent in ARAM. Getting back before the push comes to your turret, knowing those respawn timers and pushing the limits, getting more damage down after you in a fight. Is speaking of damage, there's the cannon ult over the top, and that's an immediate fight win for the Wintraders. But now here comes Fortalex on the Kazakhs. What can he do? He can do something, as Mbeza is going to claim 2 on the other side, though. So now, low health bars. Taylor Clone's in trouble. Taylor Clone's down, but the wings aren't evolved, and the Kazakhs is going to go down. So now Airbus is going to attempt to take down Dissonance, but the baby dragon Smolder's just barely going to be able to get out alive. And Turbo Bonobo will be the one to claim the kill. Now, finally, Dissonance goes down on the Smolder, and now Turbo Bonobo's left with no mana, and speaking of tempo deaths, he says, okay, that's it then. I'm dead.
I'm sure he said just like that in the team comms, too.
Yes. You get some mana back.
Yeah, interesting. So, Jarvan is now building a tier himself. Just started that.
It's a little late.
Yeah, it is a little late. I'm a little surprised. Hubris, of course, completed on the Kazakhs. That must be an ARAM thing. Just rush that at him.
I mean, I think it's a Kazakhs thing in general.
True. Kazakhs is very good with Hubris.
Yeah, and frankly, you know, it's funny. A lot of Yuumi players actually play Kazakhs to rank up.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Yeah, really strange, actually. And their flash is usually on a different key.
Wow. That's... Well, I mean, that adds up for Yuumi main.
Yeah, it does. That's just what Yuumi mains do. But yeah, in that situation, they always build Hubris, that's for sure. Yeah. Taylor Clones overextended and dead as Mbeza comes in at the same time as Kennen comes in on the other side of the fight. And it is going to be the massive engage from Wintraders there. However, the fight's still a little bit split. Nope, it's KP is going to get hit by that Jarvan ult. It's KP says, oh my god, Jarvan still had R, guys. What are you doing?
I love that you're predicting what everyone's saying in comms. It's quite,
yes, of course.
Quite good. Let's check this.
It's something, you always put words in other people's mouths. They tend to appreciate it. Yeah. That's going to be Fortalex claiming a kill on the Smolder there. As that's another kill for the Kazakhs. And indeed, it was a turret for Wintraders. This game looking a lot more two-sided. A lot of more back and forth than we've had in a lot of these matches today.
Agreed. And I haven't checked the Smolder stacks, have you? Oh, wait, Smolder went Hubris. Okay.
Actually, that's a build. Since Smolder's rework, a lot of people have been building Hubris on Smolder. The Trinity Force that we saw last game is actually, I think, a little bit outdated.
Well, it's really interesting because these games have been very quick, but Dissonance is building definitely a late game build with a stacking Hubris. He went Manamune, and just again, as I said at the beginning of this game, Smolder's a late game champion. Currently at 90 stacks though, so he's doing all right, I'd say, especially with how even the game is. That's very good for the Smolder team. But I'm still kind of surprised. This is a very late game build, but it's working out so far.
Yeah, well, they have Well, they don't have a ton of wave clear, but they do have a lot of ability to defend turrets, as now the set's caught out, but does the set want to be caught out is the question, as there comes Kennen over the top. Massive ult from Kennen, massive ult from Smolder, and that's going to be an absolute wipe!
Wow.
That is a 1 for 5. I referred to that as a dirty ace, I believe, in the previous game, and yeah, that's what we're calling it.
I like it. We need to trademark that.
A little bit of a taunt from Nautilus, too.
Oh, did he emote or something?
Yeah, a little bit of
my.
It's this Control 1, actually.
Oh.
Very fun. The animation for it. Have you ever seen the animation for that? As, oh, look at that. Cali Love is alive. Nice disengage there. The Karma Shield over top. And, oh, look at the size of that Victor ult. It's covering the whole screen.
Yeah, Victor and ARAM, baby. There it is. I've seen this part. I've seen this part in Arcane. Yeah, we said the same joke. Okay.
I was really hoping for that.
Okay.
But
well,
no,
let's not spoil. Hey, let's not spoil it. Let's not spoil it. Let's not spoil it. I'm sure most people here have probably seen Arcane Season 2, but I don't want people being like, I can't believe I was watching the Tournament King stream and they spoiled it. I can't believe they spoiled the fact that Taric and Ezreal have a special scene together.
Oh my god. I remember that scene. It was kind of weird, though, in one of the censored versions of it, Taric's, it was just kind of Ezreal sitting there alone in a room. Looking reflective.
Hey, look, they're fighting.
Look at that! That's a Jarvan ult over the top, and that's a Kennen ult on the set. That's a dead Kennen. That's a Smolder ult coming in, and that is an Imbeza jumping in over top. So this is really looking like a big old W for the Wintraders, as that's a clean wipe on Check PayPal, and that's probably it right there. Just that simple. You said they were running an early game comp, but they're ready to scrap, and they're ready to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're playing this as well as they could. Intra's up trying to make a change, though.
Also, they're not going to win yet. Dissonance is going to die here because Kha'Zix.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Jarvan backdoored here? I doubt they'll go for it, but imagine.
I could see it happening.
You think?
I don't think it's likely.
Let's see if they check the bush. Let's see if Jarvan got away with it.
Hear me out. Walk straight up to them, ult the Victor, then EQ past them.
Okay.
Then just walk to the Nexus.
Yeah. You guys can...
Karma definitely doesn't speed up and root them.
Definitely. No, never. You can definitely tell that these are ARAM mains, or ARAM players, because they check the bush.
Yep.
That'd be a sad way to lose a tournament like this, though, is getting backdoored like that. Ooh.
Ooh, there's Taylor Clone going in, and that's the Kennen ult over top. Oh, this Kennen ult is big, though. This time it catches everybody, and that is looking very, very large for the Wintraders. But on the other side, Airbus is dead.
Wow.
Yep.
That was an amazing slicing maelstrom by the Kennen. My goodness.
Yes, it was.
Soccer Balls has had like perfect ults. I feel like every single team fight that he fought with.
There was one that was just on a set. But other than that,
it's about sending a message.
That
one was about sending a message.
Yeah, that is true. It's asserting dominance. Hey, look at me. I'm electrocuting this bird. Oh, man, that's actually really messed up.
Okay, well, Wintraders will take down Check PayPal. Check PayPal put a very good fight up. And now we are here in the finals. Now, I'm going to double check with Aramateurs, because technically there should be 2 best of 3s, assuming Wintraders wins the first best of 3. However, if Aramateurs are kind of burnt out, we'll just do 1 best of 3. I'm going to hop in their chat real quick, so I'm going to abandon you. Okay. Remember 12.1, Thomas. 12.1. Hey guys, I don't think the stream can hear you, but just in case it can, you're live on stream, so please be cautious. Wintraders won that game. So how the best of 3 works is they need to basically win 2 best of 3s to eliminate you guys. However, if you guys are burnt out, I'll give you the option of doing 1 best of 3 if you want, but that's totally your call. You don't need to. Do you want to do 1 best of 3 or 2 best of 3s? Yeah, if you win the first best of 3, it's irrelevant. 2 best of 3s? Okay. All right, then I will send the drafts over in a minute or two. Good luck. You guys will be blue side for the first game. Yes. All right, Thomas, let me unmute you real quick. Talk real quick.
So you wanted me to remember a number, and I
12.1.
think it was 13.7.
Okay.
10.2?
It was 12.1, but nice try. I will invite you, and then I'm going to give him the draft.
Better.
Second to last draft, potentially last draft. I better not open up team chats. You never know what's in there. There's been some wild stuff posted in team chats before.
Oh, there sure has.
Have you seen them?
No, there's more lobby stuff, actually.
Oh, there's been much worse posted in team chats, though.
I'm not privy to information the way you are.
That's true.
Boss,
my goodness. That sounds almost insulting the way you said that.
Oh, no, I would never. Well, if you don't say anything, then it sounds serious.
Oops, I keep opening up the wrong thing.
Hate to see
Sorry,
it happen.
I'm very focused on the draft thing.
Better be.
Make sure I sent the same drafts to everyone. So Dr. Mundo, Gangplank, Kennen, and did I send the people the wrong draft?
One's Dr. Mundo, Gangplank, Kennen. The other one's Braum, Zarya, Kali. Do you want me to link it in the...
No, that's right. Someone posted a random picture again. I think their lobby's bugged again.
But Not great, Bob.
That's an incredible reference you have right there.
Thank you.
Okay, so Dr. Mundo. Sorry, guys, just making sure because one of the matches I actually screwed up. Thankfully, they did not get into game. But so Dr. Mundo, Gangplank, Kennen. Dr. Mundo, Gangplank, Kennen. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, you are good.
Thanks. All right, so the finals. Let's talk about the bracket real quick, how it will work. Sure, we'll keep Aramateurs highlighted. So Aramateurs have they never even dropped a game yet. We still, throughout this whole bracket, have not had a single game 3. How this will work is in order for Check to PayPal to win the tournament, they need to beat Aramateurs in 2 best of 3s. So there could be potentially 6 games, or Aramateurs could just go 2-0 and end it right here, right now. So Check PayPal has a lot of pressure, but let's talk about that pressure. Let's talk about drafts, Thomas. So first off, Aramateurs is blue team. It's game 14, by the way, Thomas, if you want to pull it up.
Yeah, I do. I have it up.
Excellent. So team Aramateurs. I need to switch sides. My bad. Team Aramateurs, blue team. And then we have Team Wintraders as red team. I must say, red team, I see Shen, Braum, Tom Kench. Man, you have a lot to protect. And a Soraka.
But who are you protecting?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if that is a solution to winning this game. However,
I mean, there's Akshan and there's Ashe. Which Ashe can be absolutely disgusting.
As can Zeri. Zeri's buffed. If the person is good at
Zeri. Shit, there's Zeri. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no kidding. Okay, never mind. Zeri.
I think if Wintraders has a player that is very good at ADC and specifically Zeri, I think going Braum, Shen, Tom Kench, Zeri, and then maybe Syndra, or heck, if you just want to fully commit to Zeri and go Zeri, Braum, Shen, Tom Kench, Soraka, that's putting a lot of pressure on the Zeri. But I mean, how could the Zeri be touched at that point?
They can't.
Exactly. It's all part of the plan. And then besides that, though, I think that would be the ideal comp. Maybe you could do some Yasuo tech with the Wind Wall, but they don't actually have too many projectiles on the other side. On the blue team,
not really.
Yeah, on the blue team draft, I think they're still having client issues, by the way. On the blue team draft,
Also, you need to get into spectators.
I'm in spectator. So either you're bugged or I'm
Uh-oh.
bugged.
Uh-oh.
I'll ask.
That's not good. It's me. It is I, the bugged.
Oh, are you going to relog?
I am.
Okay.
Oh, program has stopped responding.
While you're doing
The
that,
client.
blue team, Kennen. Ooh, we've seen some good Kennen gameplay today. Um, I must say, there's not a super solid frontline on blue team. Dr. Mundo is nerfed quite a bit in this mode, so it's kind of hard to play. You could go Volley Bear. I think Volley Bear could be a decent pick here. I will say I like red team's draft way more than blue team's personally. Did you just DM me?
I did. Give me that invite.
Okay. I truly don't know what comp I would go for blue team. I just think there's too much AP. You need Zaya for sure for an ADC. I think you need to lock in Zaya. You could go Samira, but they don't have enough projectiles on the opposing team where I think it would be worth it. And you don't really have someone to combo with Samira.
I'm a little bit biased.
Okay.
But I'm a big fan of Malzahar here.
And why is that?
Because I like playing Malzahar.
I can't argue that. I think blue team's draft would be Zaya, Hecarim, Karma to buff the Hecarim, or play around Zaya in case Hecarim's kind of struggling. If they know how to play GP wouldn't be too bad, and maybe Cassiopeia. I feel like the damage from Cassiopeia, or Kennen actually. I'll take that back. Karma, Hecarim, Zaya, Kennen. I don't know. I think the last one would be debatable. What do you think? What would you go blue team wise?
I don't know, man. I just say words.
You just say words? You definitely said a lot of words, so I'll cut you some slack for that answer. I think it's very dependent on the skills of Aramateurs here, because I think Fiora is really strong, but Fiora is very difficult to play in ARAM. I also think Gangplank's really good, but again, difficult to pull off in ARAM because you have 5 people always nearby to destroy your barrels. However, if you're good at Gangplank or Fiora, it might do really well into Shen, Braum, Tahm Kench area, assuming they go that composition. It seems like they're still having some client issues, but we're getting closer.
What type of food do you think they eat in Noxus?
The bloods of their enemies.
Well, yeah, that's what they drink. What do you think they eat?
The meat from the humans.
I don't know. They don't strike me as cannibals.
Yeah, but they're very bloodthirsty in the lore, no?
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I don't know League of Legends lore at all, but I'd assume they're just normal hunters. Probably deer or whatever lives in Runeterra. What do you think?
It's a good question. You know, the questions that people don't ask enough about this game is what type of food each region consumes. What's like the farming and agriculture look like? I mean, we know from Arcane that, especially with the Hex gift, of course, no spoilers. Of course, especially with but spoilers for season 1, because, I mean, come on, if you haven't seen season 1, I don't know what to tell you. Especially with the Hex gates opened up. I mean, I don't think they actually, looking at the landscape of Piltover, do you think they actually do any farming? I think they just import everything and they trade like technology exports.
Well, is Piltover just the city part, or is there some type of open farmland that they just don't show in the show or stories or whatnot?
It's a good question. Like, I assume that Zaun is mostly inhabited by the natives to the area, and that Piltover were a group of people from various different places that came together to escape mages, founded the City of Progress, and pushed out the people who were living there into the sewers.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's the vibe I get. I mean, of course, there's also just the whole thing of like the people of Zaun are just like the downtrodden people who don't fit in Piltover, and they just shove their less fortunate to the side so that they don't have to look at them. But there seems to be like a real identity of the nation of Zaun, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Food for thought. I'm
Indeed, food for
shaking your
thought.
head.
Agreed. I don't remember seeing
I
much
have not
food
gotten an
in.
invite to the lobby, by the way.
Oh, it says you're inspect. Man, this game's bugged. Wait. Can someone?
Again, not great, Bob.
I called you to Homs.
The Hums.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not fixing any grammatical errors I'm doing right now.
Okay.
I'm a real bad boy. What can I say?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, no, I'm completely out of the. Oh, party. I'm back in.
Are you in spectator?
I'm back in somehow.
But what are you in? It says that you're still in spectator.
I am back in now.
Okay. Well, worst case scenario, I can stream. Worst
Yeah,
case
no,
scenario, I can stream through
I'm in.
Discord or something.
I'm in. I'm on it.
Okay. Excellent. I'm gonna have to move the client in a minute. Yep, moving it now. Again to hide the draft. But
Yep.
these are the champions they'll be picking. Again, blue team is Aramateurs. Red team is Wintraders.
So who do you think is going to win this match?
Are we talking in terms of the team's overall skills or the draft?
Yes.
I
With the
think
draft. Take everything into account and say who you think is going to win.
draft wise, well, we'll talk about draft in more detail. But draft wise, based off of the 15 champions that each team gets, I think red team has the better chance of winning. With that being said, every Aramateurs have only played in one tournament, but the one tournament that they played in, they not only won, but it was the biggest tournament we've ever had. It had 11 teams, and they beat 11 teams. In that tournament, they only dropped, I think, one game in the finals, and their draft was pretty bad in that game. So I think that the Aramateurs has a better chance based off of their history. However, Wintraders, I think, is an incredible team. I think Wintraders definitely could pull off an upset. And right now, for game one, I think that the red team draft is better than the blue team draft for game one. So
I agree. All points, honestly.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I mean, Aramateurs is an absolutely filthy, disgusting. No, that's a negative term.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
an
try again.
absolutely filthy.
Yep, and it's locked in.
But Wintraders is really solid too. I mean, you don't make it to the grand finals by mistake, especially everyone 2-0ing one another.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that there hasn't been a single time that there's been a 3-0, or sorry, a
Yeah,
2-1.
I'm really glad that there hasn't been every single match going to 2-1.
That would be painful. But it's interesting.
Yes, it would be.
It's really interesting because I thought we would get at least one, right? Because everyone's like, "Oh, we just won because of draft diff," or "We lost because of draft diff." But apparently that didn't apply here, which is very fascinating.
Yeah, I for the first few matches that I casted, I asked the question after game 1 of, okay, now we find out, was it draft diff or was it team diff?
Mm-hmm.
I stopped asking that question
Yeah, there did become a pattern.
because it was team diff. It was always team diff.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. I really wanted to see how a tournament draft ARAM mode with 30 champions would actually play out. However, there's still a chance. These are the
There is
two
still a chance.
best teams. I mean, what the funny thing is that these two actually played against each other in this tournament that we're speaking. It was the very first match. So this is a replay. And on top of this, in the game, or sorry, the tournament that Aramateurs ended up winning, the second place team was none other than Wintraders.
Mm-hmm.
So these teams should know each other quite well and probably know what each other is going to pick. And I have seen
Okay.
some teams be able to predict, like, oh, they're definitely going to pick this. And
So,
they were right with one of them. I won't say what because I don't want to leak the DMs, but there's one team that said this person's going to pick this, and the person actually did end up picking it. I might
let's
reveal it
take a
after
look.
the tournament's over. What were you saying?
We're in spectator delay now. We can actually look at champion select now.
Yeah, I've had it on screen, but we've been
Oh,
talking so much.
well then we can talk about it.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah. So Action is going to be an interesting champion. With how much fighting, there could be a lot of revives, so Aramateurs might need to play a lot slower. Another thing is that Yasuo and Braum blocks projectiles, so they can essentially make Xayah useless if they time their shield right after the wind wall and vice versa, which is going to be, I think, a game changer if they coordinate their shields properly in wind walls.
Yeah, eliminating Xayah feathers is yeah. Well, the champion basically doesn't exist, and if Xayah doesn't really get to exist, and you also block almost all of Cassiopeia's damage from her E,
Good point.
how much damage is left?
Not much. Not much at all. I will say though, I
Mm.
said while they were in the lobby that I think a good comp would be Hecarim, Karma, Xayah, and I said Cassiopeia. And I think I said Cassiopeia. I know for sure said the first three, and they actually went that.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah, they did.
impressed. And they also went Ghost Cleanse on Hecarim?
Oh my god, they're running it down.
He's inting! I think they want to play 6 games, Thomas.
I think they do too. We're gonna be here all night.
We have an Aramateurs fan in chat. Wants to see this. But they're going to be disappointed because Reform Monkey went Ghost Cleanse. Gonna run it down. We're teasing, of course. I trust Reform Monkey. He's been playing quite well. But the wind walls, they're going to be very good in this game as the fighting already begins.
Ooh, Alt E to start from KDN on the Karma there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Turbo Bonobo on the Vladimir. So Vladimir in ARAM can do some really, really nasty stuff, as that's going to be a quick amount of damage onto Zed Shurikens on the Akali. Boy, that feels like a natural fit for somebody playing Zed Shurikens. Named Zed Shurikens, playing Akali.
Yeah, I've always referenced him as just the champion he's playing because saying Zed is too complicated.
Yes.
There's the wind wall.
Okay,
Oh.
There we're going in, but there turns out there was quite a bit of damage outside of projectiles there.
Mm-hmm.
So Aramateurs flexing their stuff, really coming out ahead in those early trades, and you have to ask the question of, well, yes, the wind walls exist, but a lot of the power budget of the champions are in the wind walls. So how do you actually scrap with bruisers with a Karma? And the answer is you maybe don't, as Aramateurs are doing it again. They're absolutely just going underneath that turret, but here comes Braum again, and Braum's gonna get dove. The question is he going to live through it? Yeah, probably. Yeah, he's fine. But this is what I was talking about with Aramateurs. Mm-hmm. They go for tempo. They go underneath the turret, and they get back onto the map as soon as possible, back at full health.
Wintraders has a similar playstyle, so it's going to be fun seeing these games. One thing I will say, though, is Action really denies that. Aramateurs want to die for the tower, want to die for the team fight. But if you die for the team fight or tower, and then Action revives 2 or 3 or let alone 4 people, then that completely negates your strategy. So I feel like Aramateurs are going to have to play at a much slower pace unless they kill Action first. So I think a lot of pressure on Dissonance.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Just kill Action is the answer.
And agree, definitely.
There's one wind wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's Cassio looking for a little bit of poke, stepping forward very aggressively. And a little bit of Volibear. E-poke gonna come down. I think that's his is, or is that his W? Let's find out. I'm gonna find out right now. It's his E. Sky Splitter.
Yep.
Wow.
Also, Karma's going support, which isn't that surprising. They needed a support, and it works well with Hecarim.
Smart. Wicked smart.
Mm-hmm. I still think Malignance is good, though, even if you're going full support. But the shields are so massive that one game that what can I say?
Look at the amount of ARAM items in this game, by the way.
That's
the majority of champions in this match started with ARAM items.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I mean, they are very strong stats, and since these games are going by so quickly in early game, you probably want to invest your stocks into those items.
Here we go. This is looking like a dive, but it's gonna be Bob the Sledder now disabling the turret.
Ooh.
Just with his dying breath, he was able to get that off. And here's the dive, Fireformed Monkey. But it's gonna be the revive from Akshan. And now people are not actually revived for the most part because he didn't kill the people who killed them. And that is going to be now the fight going over in the favor of the Wintraders.
Yeah, well played to them. Again, the action is just so obnoxious for their playstyle. However, Aramateurs has done a ton of damage to that tower. Their tower hasn't even been touched, so if they lose some damage, they won't stress it too much. Cassiopeia going to burn build, and Karma finished the Moonstone, so that's going to feel great. And it looks like Volibear is going to go that shielding Volibear type of build with the Thimblewinter.
They're already looking to play forward again, really utilizing that karma as that Vladimir is dead. A blood splatter against the ground, and now Zaya's taking a lot of damage, but an excellent Feather Storm to be able to immune the tornado that would have resulted in a Yasuo ult. So now Yasuo's caught on soccer balls, and it's going to be the advancement from Aramateurs. That wasn't even close. Just a little bit of health missing from a lot of health missing from Cassiopeia and a little bit on everyone else, but that was an absolute wipe of a fight there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a bloodbath with these two teams.
Vladimir, and that's a charge forward by Reformed Monkey on Hecarim, and that is going to be a kill onto Akshan by the Cassiopeia. At the same time, Amethyst going in again, just a little bit deep, but it feels intentional there. As on the base, they're able to purchase that Leandries, or did they already have Leandries completed?
I don't think they did. Last time I looked, they had the, I can't remember the burn component. I can't remember the name of it. Faded Ashes, that's it.
Faded Ashes.
Yeah, Faded Ashes, so I think that's their first completion of an item.
Going back for a full Leandries, now a Mana Crystal on top of the tier, almost fully charged. That Cassio's looking real nasty right now, as Bob the Sledder is just going to back off after taking the snowball in.
Yeah, looks like looks like Braum is going to, never mind.
Ooh, here's another engage, but it's being dissipated. No, now Taylor Clone going in. Nice, massive knock-up, but is it going to result in enough? The answer seems to be no. No, it's not. No, that's just another fight win by the Aramateurs.
Yeah, Aramateurs are just playing these fights really, really well. Karma 0-1-17, by the way. Just now noticed that, playing basically perfect.
Volibear 6-3-10. My God.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because it's 17 and 14. It's very close, but looking at those,
they're dirty farming.
Yeah, they're proxy farming. They're
dirty farming in an ARAM right now.
I mean,
as that now is going to be the wipe, but that's what I was talking about. They get tempo. Look at the minion wave. There's no minion wave spawning. There's no way for the Wintraders to be able to push their advantage now.
Yep.
So it's just a free base for the Aramateurs. And you see them. Notice this is something I've noticed as well that they do. Constant pinging of cooldowns. They're constantly watching their cooldowns. They're constantly waiting for the next engagement. As there they are. There goes Bob the Sledder in. Massive shields on them, but now it's a big Yasuo ult onto 2. But it's going to be Taylor Clone going down. It's going to be Dissonance going down. It's going to be Turbo Bonobo going down. And it's going to be Zed Shurikens following. And that right there is a dirty ace. A 1-for-5 in the favor of the Wintraders.
Yeah, they're going to get the tower here and probably the inhibitor. And Bob is just going to tank it. He doesn't care. And look at that. Oh, I thought Reform Monkey was going to do some dirty farming again. And
well, they are. They're going to get that wave out.
Oh, here
that's their main priority with the inhibitor, and Taylor Clone's in a little bit of trouble, maybe. But actually, it's Bob the Sledder. No, it's not Bob the Sledder. It's Reform Monkey who looks to be in the most trouble, and eventually Bob the Sledder is going to go down. And this time, they don't get a ton of damage in return, so this might be a chance for the Wintraders to come to actually win a fight here on the other side, though they did expend the Akali ultimate there.
But you need to take what you can get. They're so far behind in terms of objectives on the map, and the fact that they won the fight this hard was a miracle. They desperately needed that. But now you have some more items purchased. You now have the Staff of Flowing Water on the Karma to give the move. Does that still give movement speed? I think they changed it. Yeah, it just gives you ability power. But that's going to feel good on Cassiopeia. I think this game is heavily in Action's hands.
And here's Volibear as Hecarim comes over the top as well, and that's just an absolute slam-down beatdown onto the members of Wintraders. And now it's going to be the Akali going down. The Vlad was in the back line trying to kill the Xayah, but the Xayah won. And that's a clean 5-for-0 ace, and it's the Aramateurs advancing, and this time this might be the Nexus. It's at least going to be a Nexus turret or two. As now you see the respawns coming through. Dissonance on the Akshan looking what he can get done. But you see this. Amethyst on the Cassiopeia sacrifices their life to keep the members at bay for damage on the turrets. Now they're trying to get as much damage as they can down onto the members of Wintraders before they go down themselves, and they will indeed. A lot of half health bars. Not a lot of lifesteal on the other side, though the Yasuo does now have the Blade of the Rune King. And so does the Akshan. Luckily, they are their two lowest health members, so they might be able to be healthy enough for a team fight here, but boy, the way these team fights have been looking, it doesn't look good for the Wintraders.
Wintraders definitely have a steep hill to climb up above, but they are holding out. I mean, the fact that they're still in this game is impressive, considering how rough it was early game.
It's 10 minutes.
I know, but in these games, early games, like 3 minutes.
The Volibear is looking again. The Hecarim is going to find the massive ultimate into the backline, and Soccer Ball's going down to the horse. Trampled to
revive.
A double kill for the
revive.
Hecarim. Here come the revives! Members are coming back, and it's going to be 2 members alive against 4, but low health bars on those 4 members. The question is, what can Braum and Yasuo get done against the front line plus the back line? Backing them up with the support in there. I just listed every role in the game. Let's see how it goes.
I must say,
Amethyst is going to be engaged on, and it's going to be Soccer Balls is actually going to be the one going down, and it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough damage. The Akshan was looking for the ult on the Cassio. That would have been huge. It would have been a couple of revives, but now it's going to be the Vladimir, who is going to find the Karma, but is going to fall himself as Xayah is advancing. Just hitting the turret now was Volibear to finish it off, and that's going to be Zed Shuriken going down. It's going to be everyone going down, and it's going to be not a penta, it's going to be a quadra kill for Amethyst on the Cassiopeia, and that's just going to have to be good enough for them for now, but they are going to probably get another chance here as the game looks to not quite be over yet, though it is Reformed Monkey hitting the Nexus to try to finish off the game. Is it going to end? Bob the Sledder looking for it, hitting the Nexus. Can he be taken down? He's very durable, but that's not quite going to be the game just yet. As the Wintraders come back and they say, give us one more fight. Come on, just one more. We can win this one.
Yeah, I'm sure that's all they got. I mean, it's just, there's no way Wintraders are going to have to, they're just going to have to play basically absolutely flawless at this point. Make no mistakes. As Soccer Ball almost gets killed by the Xayah E. Oh man, this is such a tough spot to be if you're Wintraders right now.
Amethyst is throwing down the laugh emotes at them, just walking at them now, and in return, you have Taylor Clone laughing on the Braum, as there's a big Yasuo, but look at the size of those Karma Shields. There's just nothing to be done against that, as Yasuo, as Akali, pardon me, is going in, looking for it, and that's it. There was absolutely no shot to eat through those Karma Shields. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, the Karma
and the Aramateurs are going to win right here. Cleanse is being expended, Summoner Spell is being thrown, and that is a 1-0 in the favor of the Aramateurs in our grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, what a game. They played just flawlessly, basically. I don't know what more they could have done, to be honest. Besides the Action revives, I think what happened was Action had some revives early game, and then they probably realized, you know, maybe we should focus Action. At least that's the impression I got after seeing Volibear change his playstyle. So well played to them. That will be the game 2 as we set that up. Now they will switch drafts. We'll talk about that once I set up the match.
Yeah. Now we have to ask the question, will the Aramateurs be trampled by a horse and mauled by a bear as well?
I don't know. Only one way to find out, right here on the Tournament King Twitch channel.
Not to be confused with the Tournament Kingdom, the other Twitch channel, which is not live anymore.
It's dead.
Yeah, it's dead. I killed it.
My client is being incredibly laggy. I don't know if
Get
you guys
wrecked.
see this, but I'm scrolling and it's not registering for maybe another 4 seconds.
That's what I had earlier.
Really?
Yeah,
That
client's
is
just lagging out right now.
that is neat.
Very neat. Very cool, thank you.
Mm-hmm. I can't even hover over. Okay, it's just super slow. Hopefully these guys invite their teammates because I can't easily. It's that laggy. Okay, so again, just as a reminder, the draft is the same. They just swap drafts. So we saw Aramateurs pull off a win with the blue team draft. Now they are going to have to play the red team draft. If Aramateurs wins this game, the tournament is done. Aramateurs are the tournament champions for the playoffs. However, if Wintraders end up winning this game using the blue team comp, we'll switch to game 3 format. I'm not going to bother explaining that right now because it's just too complicated. People will forget about it by the time game 3 rolls around. So I will talk about it later, but it's going to be a mixture of both drafts essentially. We're here in game 2. Tournament host client is getting dunked on, so slam those invite. Oh, okay, thank you, Thomas. That was you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's what I do.
I appreciate you having my back.
Just absolutely suplexed.
Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to AFK for a minute. I'm going to hide my client just in case they reveal picks. I'm going to grab some water. Thomas, you will still be on air, so feel free to say what you want, but don't say too much.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to grab some water, too, so
Okay.
you guys are on your own for a minute.
Okay. I have returned. I assume Thomas is not here yet. We're still currently in the lobby. I think everyone's having client issues today, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason. They might also be figuring out draft. I mean, this is potentially the final game of the tournament, so of all the times to really sit down and figure out the perfect draft, now's the time to do it. Just False X says ready. I don't understand why I'm still seeing an invite from Nut Juice. Oh, my client seems to be more stable now. That's good. Yeah, so let's take a look at the bracket since we have a bit of downtime. So on this bracket, you'll notice, hey, look at this. Aramateurs and Wintraders. Aramateurs and Wintraders. So this is a matchup of literally the very first round. Aramateurs ducked down Wintraders all the way down to the losers bracket, and I gotta hide this. And then Wintraders needed to battle each game to try and come back. They won this game, they won this game, they won this game, they won this game, and now we are right here with Aramateurs with a 1-0 lead. So Aramateurs can close us out with this game right here, right now, and become the first ever ARAM playoff tournament champions in the Tournament Kingdom. I don't know how many people have done ARAM playoffs. Welcome back, Thomas. How are you? I was just explaining the bracket.
I'm doing fantastic. I have water. I'm hydrated. I'm
Woo!
ready to go.
Hey, potentially 5 more games here.
Or one.
Or one, yeah.
No, now, I don't favor any one team over the other. Mm-hmm. However, I have been casting for 5.5 hours.
I've been talking so much too.
Yes.
Yeah,
A
so
lot of talking, let me tell you.
I can almost reveal it. There's one person that has not locked in their pick yet.
They're thinking about it.
There is one. Well,
I see
actually,
it. I see that. That
hmm,
twirling champion select. Come on.
yeah, I really want to
Lock it
talk
in.
about this draft. I'm excited about it.
It's an interesting draft.
Here we go. Locked and
All
loaded.
right. That is an absolute banger of a draft from the Aramateurs.
Mm-hmm. I'm a,
Katarina, I'm surprised to see a Katarina. But you see the horse and the bear on the other side, alongside a Kennen as well. A lot of engage. I really, really liked the draft from the Wintraders.
I agree. I think out of those or out of all the 15 champions you get from that side of the draft, I think that they picked the best champions they could have with this. Because if you guys don't know or need a refresher, they picked 5 champions from this list right here. I can't really think of much substitutions unless your players are very incredibly good at Gangplank or Fiora. So I think their draft is really good. I think Aramateurs, um, I kind of like the Katarina pick just because you're not guaranteed to get stunned unless it's a Kennen ult. But then you can have Braum or Syndra eat them back, and
Well,
I think Zeri is pretty good with Braum as well.
well, you say you're not guaranteed to get stunned, but Volibear has a stun on his Q that's point and click.
Yes, I understand that, but my point is that Volibear's stun is kind of slow. A good Katarina could probably see, oh, Volibear's running on all fours and dash out. And on top of that, the Braum can just pop his passive on the Volibear, which, by the way, Katarina ult applies on hit effects, meaning she can basically instantly proc Braum's passive. And then on top of that, you have Janna to disengage a potential Kennen engage or Volibear because Volibear walks in a straight line. So assuming Janna and Katarina are synergized, I think Janna can protect this Katarina from ever getting touched.
You know, I'll tell you what, if I saw a large hairy bear running at me on all fours, I'd be stunned too.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I know of a place where that happens. I used to live there. Anyways, we are going to be in the game in 1 minute. Just as a refresher for the final time. Actually, probably not the final time. I'm sure I'll bring it up again. But this game could potentially be the final game if the enemies on the right side, because they're just called enemy, wins this. The tournament's done. Aramateurs are the champions. If Wintraders wins this, we go to a game 3 where the format will be different that we haven't seen in this tournament, which blows my mind. It should be interesting. What do you think about Zeri here, Thomas? We haven't really talked about that.
Well, she is from Zon. She is a teenage girl, and she is able to shoot lightning for some reason.
Mm.
Now, funny thing does Zeri have lore?
Probably like she's some. I don't know. I'm sure she has lore, but I've never looked into it. I don't think it's. I mean, I feel like if it was that impactful of lore, I would know about it. Most of the good lore you
Well,
kind of know about.
here you go.
Oh, you're.
Zeri was raised in a
We're in game.
working-class family. She grew up surrounded by warmth, care, and many strong opinions. But they were no strangers to hardship, having loved and lost ones to Zon's dangers. Yeah, that's all I'm reading.
Okay. Well, we're in game. We have 2 tier starts. 1 tier for Volibear, 1 tier for Karma. Oh, and a tier for Hecarim, Braum, and Janna. And you have the elixir of, what's this called? I never see this. Avarice? On the Janna? I've seen that a few times.
Oh, they have, oh gosh, what is that rune? It's triple potion
tonic?
or something like,
Triple
yeah,
tonic.
triple tonic. Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally just a gold generation rune in ARAM because you're not going to be getting a lot of use out of the minion killing.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Portion of it.
What are Janna's runes here? Let's check it out. He took Glacial Augment. His secondary tree is the Grizzly Min. I can't remember. I didn't miss what that said. This is a new thing, so I don't know what this new rune is called.
Axiom Arcanist?
No, Grizzly Mementos. And then they took Alternate Hunter second. It's a new decision. It basically gives them Summoner spell haste.
Yeah,
And they went ultimate onto
Wait,
it.
is Summoner spell haste? I thought it was Trinket haste.
It is, but in on game modes that don't have trinkets, it says in the description that it switches to Summoner spell haste.
Oh,
and there's no
well,
wards in this mode.
Pretty
so.
nice.
Yep.
Well, that's going to be a lot of exhausts on the ARAM.
That's a good point.
Kennen, actually, no. Ooh. Actually, Janna is such good counter engage to Kennen.
Yeah, and I was saying...
think about it.
As I was saying about the point-and-click stun with Volibear, Janna is really great into Volibear, too.
Yeah.
We'll see how well KDN plays.
It's the Braum Q landing there onto Taylor Clone. Just a little bit of poke being exchanged, but you hear that on the way ping there, and it looks like, yep, they're going to be looking for it, but that's just going to be a little bit of a disengagement now. You can tell, Wintraders wants to fight, but there's so much disengage on the side of the Aramateurs that it's going to be difficult to facilitate the engage here.
I don't really know how you counter this, to be honest.
Nasty Katarina play.
Well, no, I'm saying if you're trying to counter the red team, aka Aramateurs, how do you really engage this? With the Braum disengage and Janna disengage? Because Braum's going to hit 6 here before we know it. It'll be very... I just don't know. They're going to have a great cannon flank or something.
You have to have it, exactly. You have to come from multiple angles. This is something we saw, oh gosh, I don't remember exactly which team it was. It was probably one of these teams. I think it might have been in the last match, but there was one game where they were running Twitch, and every single time they would engage with a cannon from the front, and then they would come in with the Twitch from the side, and they would wait until they had that Twitch flank to actually engage. And it was insanely effective, but honestly, that's, in my mind at least, that's pretty much the only way you can get that flank in an ARAM is with a Twitch or a stealth champion of some kind, because it's one lane.
Yeah, and the lane's pretty tight. I mean, if people space out, you can't walk past them as Twitch, but I wasn't there to witness that game. Maybe Twitch was very smart with his movement as Katarina goes in.
Ooh, that's Dissonance looking like they're in trouble, and they are going to go down. So is the Volibear, as that's going to be a 2 for 0 in the fight so far, and there you go. There's the Janna healing coming in clutch, as that's going to be now a triple, double kill, 3 kills over to the side of the Aramateurs, and now it's 1 for 3. Now it's 4 for 1. And they're attempting to dive the turret again. That turret already, by the way, so low as it stands. And this is going to be the classic tempo reset as KDN says, no, I'd prefer not to die, actually. And it's going to just wander on back there. Of course, at this point in the game, probably no need to go back. I doubt a Janna would have a completed item just yet on 4 assists.
Oh, wow, okay. There's some stuff to talk about. First off, John...
Turbo Bonobo, not quite dead yet, but stepping forward, but looks like Shumpo wasn't quite up for just false X over there.
Yeah, Janna used her elixir of power, which gives her damage, so that's gone. And also, Katarina rushed Serpent's Fang, so she does not want to deal with those Karma shields, those Volibear shields. I mean, Serpent's Fang on Katarina is kind of shocking to me.
That's so smart, though. Well, Katarina scales very well with AD, actually.
I agree.
That's interesting. Well, and just an excellent applier of Serpent's Fang, right?
Yeah.
She goes in and ults, and instantly Serpent Fang's applied to everyone. That's just going to completely neuter the Karma shields as there's the cannon ult for the engage, followed up by the horse, but the Zeri has ulted. The tower's disabled, though. Zeri's kiting back, but 2 have fallen already, 3 have fallen, 4 have fallen, on the other side is 3 as well. Now it's a 4 for 4, and this fight was an absolute banger, as Amethyst is going to go ahead and finish it with a force of will to eliminate the Bird Lady.
Yeah, and
and then get executed.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Not executed.
Who got the kill? Oh, the Xayah. That's actually kind of unfortunate.
That's actually huge.
That is. That's probably the worst champion you could have given that kill to.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that huge. It's just a boots purchase on top of the... Oh, boots and a longsword, though, actually. Good break point. So the Xayah could be doing a lot of damage here in the next fight, but there you go. That's your fight that Wintraders very clearly won this time. This is the first time really in the series that they've won a fight handily.
Another thing to point out, Knight's Vow purchased on Braum. He has placed that on the Katarina, so they're banking on the Katarina carrying this with the Serpent's Fang, which has dealt 367 damage already. And then John is also building a supportive build, so they have 2 supports. They're putting all their bank stonks into the carries this game.
Honestly, surprised not to see it on the Zeri, but I guess you feel against this team, if the Zeri's taking damage, they're probably dead.
Agreed. I also think the fact that they have such good CC and peel control, they can probably protect Katarina and let her be the carry and show off.
Oh, the Braum ult is going to zone but not quite hit, but Taylor clones still probably going to be falling here. Yes, they are. Kennen comes in over the top, but it's the Katarina underneath the turret that's doing work, but not quite going to be able to get it done. The Katarina goes down, Bob the Sledder goes down, and again, it's Wintraders winning the team fight.
Yeah, that was well played by Wintraders. I think the fact that Katarina dove there and didn't get any resets really hurt them. They were really banking on that, and they're paying the price now as that tower is going to even out the overall tower damage.
The turret.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This might be a little greedy.
Yep. There they go. So Amethyst is going to survive on a sliver of health. I'm not sure if they actually want that. We'll see if they try to execute again here.
Oh, well, misses.
As Bob the Sledder is going to tank, this is going to be the turret, though, in the favor of the Aramateurs. We have an absolute banger of a match for our potential final game of the day, but hopefully not.
Yeah, we want 5 more games,
hopefully
guys.
It is a banger.
5 more games.
Yeah, 5 more games.
It's only been almost 6 hours.
Yes. We're doing great, everyone. We're doing great.
Yeah. I mean, for those of you that don't know, this is ARAM playoffs. This happens once a year. This was supposed to happen in December, but with the Bridge of Progress map, we couldn't do it. I didn't feel like it was very fair to do it. So we waited until hung this.
But imagine the flanks.
That's true. It would have been interesting.
About flanks, Bridge of Progress actually opens that up.
Yeah, as Volibear goes in, though.
And Volibear is just barely alive, about 35% HP, and there's the Katarina applying that Serpent's Fang to everyone. And there's the Braum going in behind. Ooh. The Kennen ult is going to get ejected by the Janet. That was a fantastic Janet play, but the Kennen still gets a lot of damage down, but not quite enough. As that is going to be Syndra ult getting off on Dissonance, and Dissonance just barely survives, and Dissonance just barely claims the kill on Syndra again. So now it's going to be Katarina going in, Katarina claiming a kill, but a kill going over in exchange for it. And now it's going to be the Volibear attacking the turret a little bit, but the Volibear is going to go down, and it's a triple kill for the Zeri at the end of the day. And we need to talk about that Zeri, because that Zeri might just be becoming a problem now.
Yeah, 5, 3, and 10 does have the oh my gosh, what's called Yuntog Wild Arrows. Will execute himself, get killed by Kennen. But the power spike is there, and also Braum could potentially switch the Knight's Vow onto Zeri if they feel like Katarina isn't the win condition, because Zeri is getting incredibly strong, has the most CS not only on the team, but in the whole game, so that could be something they could have in their back pocket. Hey, this game's taking too long, let's focus on carrying Zeri this way.
There's the horse going in, but just gonna run around a little bit, dodge a little bit of the Syndra skill shots, and looking for a flank now. And that's how you get a flank. You go up above them, you threaten, but still not having that ult up yet. I don't know if they were tracking the enemy cooldowns, but now here comes the Katarina. Here comes the horse going in, but the horse is knocked over to the side into the back line of everyone. And now Zeri might be in a bad spot, but Zeri says, no, you're in a bad spot, and is coming forward onto Turbo Bonobo. And on the backside, and on the front side, even further forward, the Katarina was cleaning up the fight, and it's a quadra kill for just False X. Just a double kill over on the other side for the horse with Zed Shurikens.
I mean, how can you counter this? Janna just disengages all the time. You have Katarina then immediately jump in. There's just so much chaos and disruption. And then by the time you realize, oh, we're disrupted, Katarina's already on top of you, or you focus Katarina, and Zeri is just going to carry the rest of the fight as they will get executed, but will clear some of the wave.
Though it's worth noting, I mean, this game isn't that far in the favor of Aramateurs.
Agreed.
Yet. This is definitely going back and forth this time. But that they have all of the tools, but they're difficult tools to execute this time. It's not as simple as just go forward and engage. You have to actually really play these fights well. But the mechanical prowess on the Katarina and Zeri's really starting to show, as there comes the Volibear over the top. And now is the Wintraders engaging really deep, far past the turret, as that Shuriken's now in a little bit of trouble, and he is going to go down. That's Shumpo applying the Braum stacks. As now, Taylor Clone way too far forward, and they're getting chased down. The Katarina's looking for blood. Speaking of Noxians loving the bloodlust, they're going to take him out, and now the girl from Zaun is going to be the one to get the triple kill, but Katarina just false X, piloting it, going forward, trying to Shumpo forward more shurikens, but this time they're going to think better of it. No minion wave yet. It wouldn't be a good death to go for this just yet. Now they wait. Zeri firing off shock blasts at the turret, trying to poke anyone behind it, as that's going to be Taylor Clone attempting to thin out the wave, and the wave will be thinned. So now, we take a breather. We wait.
Yeah, as for builds, everything looks pretty standard. Volibear did not go the shielding build. Oh, he still might with the here actually. Karma support, Storm Surge onto Kennen. Ooh, nice Syndra QE.
Still not a lot happening just yet, though, as that was actually a Karma RE, I believe.
Oh, was it actually?
But look at the cooldown on it.
I mean, yeah, the cooldown's quite short. I thought maybe it was a combo buff. I could have sworn I saw Syndra. Oh, well.
Oh, no, it was afterward.
Oh, that's what.
Like, okay. From what I was watching, I wasn't correcting you.
Got it.
Jeez. Okay, here we go. Another team fight's coming in, and that's going to be a horse whiffing a little bit, fearing them in the opposite direction, and now it's going to be the Katarina going forward, but the Katarina is going to get sliced to bits by the feathers. Those are some sharp edges on those things.
Yeah, I mean, Braum also does so well into Xayah because he just blocks that. I don't think Braum blocked anything there.
A little bit of a flank from Soccer Balls as they're looking for it on the edge, and that's just going to be the cleanup kills now.
That's actually kind of big for Wintraders because they could get the tower and the inhibitor here potentially.
They might be able to. They have a lot of low health bars, though, and the Katarina is back up, so you're looking at potential for Reset City.
Yeah, out of all the teammates that you want alive to try and protect Katarina, I think Janna's the best, and Syndra's not too bad either. As I hear a ghost pop by Amps.
Here's Volibear looking to dive underneath the turret, but on the back end of the fight, his team kind of getting a lot of damage chunked out of them. Dissonance does go down on the Xayah, and Soccer Ball's on the Kennen, almost dead, trying to get the kill onto Amthus, but not quite able to get it. Now it's the horse underneath the turret, but the Hecarim not able to get much done there, as now the Volibear was looking for a kill, but Amthus says, hey, back off me, guys, back off me. Come on.
Yeah. Nashor, interesting build by the Katarina. Again, we mentioned the Serpent's Fang, but now Nashor's Tooth, pretty normal. Leandry's, which is kind of like, okay, where's this headed? And then they built a Belighted Jewel. I assume they're going to build Void Staff to try and counter the Volibear tankiness.
Yeah, you see that Spirit Visage already completed on that Volibear. 3 items on the Volibear at this point.
Big shields.
Ooh, here we go. There's the Kennen ultimate, and that was interesting.
Yeah.
As Kennen is ejected by KDN onto the face of Amethyst. And the Syndra is taken down this time. And now it's going to be a chase by the Wintraders, attempting to slay Bob the Sledder. And this potentially is a big tempo swing in the advantage of the Wintraders if they can manage to dive this turret. They still have the Volibear ultimate, and they are going to be able to do this.
Wow.
But the tower crucially doesn't get disabled, but it's only 1 kill in return. So now there's only 2 people alive for this push, though Zeri is coming back up as well now. Gonna think better of going to that turret with the teleport, just gonna walk their way over there. Is Reformed Monkey, but that shield just barely surviving. The minion's still there as Volibear's looking for more blood, looking for the inhibitor now, looking for, I suppose, mechanical machine parts and stone and rocks and things rather than blood from the inhibitor, and they are going to claim it as Taylor Clone trying to back away, but Taylor Clone's got nowhere to go, and that is going to be Dissonance going to be going down. Zed Shuriken's going down. Turbo Bonobo going down. And that is a 4 dead members of the Wintraders on your screen.
Oh, if that snowball landed, that might have been game. That snowball was so close to hitting Kennen.
Very possible.
Kennen with the spell shield, though, so we'll be slightly protected.
So the Aramateurs actually aren't in that good of a position here, as you see Bob the Sledder taking a lot of damage there.
Oh,
as
no!
There's the Kennen ult, and that's going to wipe them for sure. So that one, not necessarily going to hurt them too badly. Even like casual ARAM players like us and most people watching who don't actually organize in team environments will recognize this point in the game. This point in the game is when everyone just goes in, goes to the enemy nexus, wins or loses a team fight, and then it flips the script to the opposite direction. This is the pendulum really swinging back and forth once you pass that 15-minute mark. We haven't seen a lot of that in this tournament so far, but this one's a banger.
Yeah, and I want to point out 9,800 damage on the Katarina Serpent's Fang.
My God, that's value.
Yeah, I mean, rushing that item was, I think, an incredibly smart play. But I also really like Volibear's build, because the Volibear shield with a combination of Spirit Visage and Karma Shields just feels really great on him. So it's a tough call on what is better, but Katarina is definitely getting her gold's worth from that item. That's 100% sure.
A little bit of a stun onto Braum there, but this time it's the horse going in onto Amethyst. Everyone wants to kill Amethyst, and they finally do. It's the two bruisers in the back line, but now the Volibear's down. Now the horse is down. Now the Karma's down. Now the Zaya's down. Now everyone's down, and it's the Zeri absolutely mopping the floor with the Wintraders, and the Aramateurs are advancing, and you gotta think with 20 seconds on the death timers that this one might just be the game.
Yeah, Aramateurs definitely want to get this done. This has been a long tournament. They're probably thinking, get me out of here. We finally achieved this. If they manage
One more fight, says Dissonance.
Yeah.
I'm good, says Amethyst. It's been 6 long hours in this tournament, and at the end of it, it is the Aramateurs that stand supreme. They did not drop a single game the entire tournament.
What a show of dominance by Aramateurs. Throughout their tournament history, I should post the match results or show it. Throughout their tournament history, Aramateurs have only lost one round. Not one matchup, just one round in a best of... It was in the finals, and they just had a bad draft, in my opinion. That's the only game they've lost. So... Pretty impressive gameplay right there. I think they've solidified themselves as probably one of, if not the best team in the server with that. But, Thomas, any last thoughts, or should we get these people in here for a winner's interview, assuming they're willing?
If they want to, they're welcome in.
All right, you are welcome to stay here and ask questions or not. But
yeah, sure, why the hell not?
Okay, I'm going to go to their server and mute them. One second. Hey, congratulations. Yeah, would you guys be up for, any of you be up for a winner's interview? You guess you have to? All right. All right, I'll move you in a second, okay? And remember, we're live on Twitch, so watch, yeah. Okay. You guys didn't hear it, but no, I'm just kidding. Never mind, I will do that to him. Right. We'll move Amethyst in here. Hang on. Adjusting. All right. Might need to turn you up a bit. Put you on full blast. Everyone wants to hear that voice. All right. Captain of Aramateurs. I must say, you guys, I think, solidified you guys as being one of, if not the best team in the server. You guys have only lost one match throughout the entire tournament history that you've participated in. Albeit 2 tournaments, but still incredibly impressive. How did you guys feel about the mix-up of switching drafts? Did you guys think, oh, we're still going to dominate with this? Or were you thinking, this draft doesn't look too good. I feel like we're going to struggle here. How did you handle the draft switch-ups?
Honestly, even though sometimes we did have a worse draft than the other side, it's just a hands difference every single time.
Wow, okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest, I mean, I'm not even cocky, I'm just being real. Like, it's just hands diff every time.
Well,
every game.
I'll jump in there, actually. Not a lot of macro goes into ARAMs in general, But I will say the way you played the map too was really impressive. One thing
Yeah.
that you did that I mean no other teams did. The Wintraders did to some degree, but every single time you won a fight, you followed it up by basically getting as much chip damage as you could on the enemy team and
Yep.
dying to get tempo back. I mean that is actually quite impressive in addition to the hands.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. There's not too much macro, but like it's like the little things that make like a big difference. Like after you like kill the whole team, like doing as much damage as possible, killing the minion wave, like if you're trying to resetting at good times, knowing when the minions spawn, stuff like that. Like it's the small things that add up and like make a big difference in the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely showed that flawlessly. I must say, you guys macroed everything. It seemed.
Yep.
I must say, do you think that in that final draft, were you guys just looking at this and thinking, "Yo, if we just play disengaged, they can't play"? Was that your thought process? What was your thought process behind the
Yeah.
final draft?
Not for sure. I mean, we basically in our team chat guessed exactly what they would play, so we picked accordingly. Like I was kind of I didn't want to play Janna, but the Janna pick was pretty clutch. I can't
Hmm.
lie.
Yeah,
Um,
KDN played that flawlessly.
yeah,
Every time
yeah,
Kennen went in, he ulted.
yep. I can't lie. Yeah, he played well. He played well. I played Syndra too, so like there was E, Braum, like always super good, keeping Zeri safe at all times. You know, I was getting fanboyed a little bit, but I wasn't the carry. You know, Monkey was the carry, so you know,
Hmm.
letting him just be the one to carry, and I'll soak some pressure. I'll soak a little bit.
Yeah, I
But yeah,
mean this.
that was the overall gist of this last comp was like just protect Monkey and disengage. It went well.
Speaking of funny moments, well, actually, I'm gonna bring up a couple of funny moments. One, I appreciated the "I'm good" at the end there. That was some quality trash talk.
Nothing
Just
crazy,
subtle,
like
little,
no, of
just.
course. Like, I don't. I think a little trash talk is always fun, you know. Little like it's not nothing personal. It's just
Yeah,
having fun, just some trash talk. Like, and if we were the one to like lose one game, I would hope the enemy team would trash talk too because it's just more fun that way. But hey, some people get bent over just easy stuff like GG at the GG easy, but like it's not even that deep. It's
yeah,
just for fun. But hey, to each their own. I don't.
Mm.
yeah.
I'm
Banter's
a
what makes the game fun.
exactly. I always talk my shit. Basically, I'm always talk my shit. Always.
Also, one other funny moment there from the last game. Did you enjoy when KDN Janna ulted the ulting Kennen onto you?
Yeah, I saw that. You know, I was like, okay, I see how it is. I think the thing I'm the most bent over is just false X taking my pentakill. I'm always remember that. He
Uh-oh.
didn't need to take my pentakill. There was no reason to. It was kind of cringe, but hey, it
You
is what
hate
it
to
is,
see
I
it
guess.
happen.
Yeah, we do hate to see it, but yeah.
Well, you guys had potentially needed to play, worst case scenario, 4 more games. Do you guys think you had the stamina to play 4 games, or were you guys kind of burnt
I
out
mean,
towards the end?
no, no. I mean, no, not really. I mean, we took. I remember you asked if we wanted to like, you know, just play the best of three or like add another one. The insurance was good, but I already knew it was gonna be a 2-0 to be honest, so
Oh.
I wasn't too worried. I can't lie.
Yeah, okay, okay.
I appreciate the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. I mean,
Well,
it
and you
doesn't
back it up.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be talking shit or being confident if I wasn't backing it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, how well do you know the Wintraders? Because based off of the Tournament Kingdom history, you guys have played each other many times at this point. Because they got second place in the 11-team tournament that you guys first participated in. You faced them for the very first match, which was just complete randomness for
Mm-hmm.
this tournament, and then you faced them off in finals. So, how much history prior to the Tournament Kingdom have you had with them, if you've had any?
A little bit. You know, we go way back, all of us.
Mm.
I feel like you know we used to play. We used to play, but now it's mostly we play. Like I play with like select people, like people from I would say Kenny and
KDN.
Bob are like new additions. Yeah, they're like new additions that we added that we haven't played in a tournament with. Usually it's DPS Threat and Uzni we be playing with. That's like our original team. I still think like they don't get me wrong. Bob and Kenny are really good players, and like we still won, didn't drop a game with them. But yeah, our usual squad is DPS Threat and Uzni. Even though we
Yeah.
didn't have them, we still performed. But yeah, we used to play with what is it, Wintraders? not too much
Wintraders.
anymore, but yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Now, I want to get your opinion, and I'm not saying only your team. I just want your opinion on
Yeah, yeah, of
this
course.
fact. How do you feel that every single match in the entire tournament, the whole tournament, including your team or not,
Yeah.
ended in 2-0? Were you expecting there would be at least one game that would go to 3 games?
Yeah, I was trying to see like at least one game
Yeah,
go to like just to see the draft, but it's
Yeah, it would have been
surprising.
cool.
Yeah, it is surprising, but I guess I don't know the science behind that. I thought there would at least be one. Maybe
I
people were better than the other. I don't know.
I thought so too. I mean, it's quite interesting because I worked hard to figure out how can I make a game 3 fair, and it didn't even happen. But
Yeah, that's funny.
yeah, so not going to get much information for that personally, but that just means that I mean, it was a quick tournament if you think about it, because every game went to 3. That might have also been a problem. So maybe it
True,
was a
true.
benefit
Yeah,
at the
It
end of
would
the
have been
day.
about 10 hours if every
yeah,
game had gone to 3, yes.
yeah.
You think
I
so?
agree.
It probably would have been definitely a lot.
Thereabouts. It'd be
Yeah.
Yep.
50% longer and it was 6 hours.
Yeah, I figured we would try making it a longer style tournament because it's playoffs. This happens once a year, as I posted,
True,
but
true.
the
Yeah,
tournament viewers don't
I
know
do
that.
like the format though of like since it's only once a year in this playoffs, like doing the best of three like really allows teams, even though that didn't happen. Like if you drop a game because you had a bad draft, I think like that game three is like would be better. You have more insurance and like you could fight your way back. But even though it didn't happen, I like this style of format.
Well, this question would be a lot more epic if it was the end of the year and we were starting a brand new season from scratch, but fortunately we did need to delay this tournament due to the fact that Bridge of Progress was the main map. But do you
Yeah.
guys think Aramateurs is going to be making quite a bit of returning in the ARAM tournaments for future events this year?
Yeah, I mean, if the competition's there, I don't see why not. I mean, I feel like at this point we're kind of just farming, but but we'll still play even if we just kind of speed run it. But
Hmm.
I still have fun.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I still had a good time. But yeah, if the people are actually play, then yeah, sure.
Thomas, do you have any questions?
Nope, I asked my questions.
Awesome. All right, the captain of Aramateurs. Thank you. Shout out to you guys. Is there anything you want to say or shout out while we have you here?
Uh, I'll give some shout outs. My team played very well. Shout out just Falsex with the comms. He's always tracking stuff and tracking minions and a bunch of other shit. And has
Mm.
always, good shot call and all that. Even though like my whole team was pretty like talkative, shout out to my team. We played pretty well. I can't lie. Everyone did their part, did their thing. I have nothing bad to say. Um, I just hope people try harder, kind of like people
Oh,
like I bet like against you know what I mean, like play to win more, kind of, and
mm.
like better players play, but maybe this is the best that they got, and it's just kind of underwhelming, but it's okay. It's okay.
Well, I'm genuinely curious since you brought this point up. Has there been other ARAM tournaments that you've competed in that you guys lost in?
No, I mean it's really just Clash, the other tournaments that we play in, and we haven't really lost in like a couple of years, and it's usually speed run there as well.
So what
Well,
you're
time to
saying
go pro.
is, yeah, it sounds like the problem isn't necessarily your opponents. The problem is you might just be too good.
Okay, I
I
mean
mean,
there's
depending on how
still
you look
some.
at it.
Okay, maybe yeah. There's still some like players I think that if they all came together would be like hard to take down, but I know sometimes they're not really interested in playing in tournaments. But hopefully in the future we'll play versus people that actually have a chance versus us. But we'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. We'll see what the future holds.
All right. Any last words you want to say?
No, that's all.
Okay,
That's
that's
all.
all. Well, thank you for
Thank you for
participating.
joining us.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank you
the
for
interview.
hey,
That was a really solid interview.
thank
Hmm.
you. Thank you for hosting and always having like a good, clean like tournament that we easy to track everything. Streaming as well. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, thank you for
Appreciate it.
participating. It was fun having you guys here and fun seeing you guys compete against Wintraders again. So worked out perfectly.
Sir. Beat down again. What can I
Uh,
say?
yeah, if you could do me a favor, if you guys are quickly going to leave, please tell your team to add my main account, Tournament
Yeah,
King, hashtag TTV,
got you.
so I can send you the skins. I think most of you guys already have me added, but
Oh, oh wait,
um,
wait. I'm getting one last thing to say
okay.
from someone.
Oh, I
Um,
hope it's not what I think
I'm
it
I'm,
is.
I'm here to say Gomja Bar is the worst player on the server, and Solo Bolo is free low. Terrible. That's all. I'm good
Okay.
though. I finished. Someone told me to finish with that, so I was finished with that.
All
Hell yeah,
right.
tell them.
Yeah.
Hmm. No,
Screw them.
yeah,
We hate them. Oh, I'm banning them from the
Yeah.
server, actually.
I'm with you guys.
No, I'm kidding.
They're both trash.
I
Yeah,
honestly, I don't know. I don't recognize those names, to be honest. Have
yeah.
they
Because
played in an event?
wait, want to know why you don't recognize them? Because
Uh-oh.
they're nobodies.
No,
Because they're nobodies.
I didn't mean that. Have they played in an event?
Nope.
Okay,
Too
well then,
scared.
yeah, that's probably why. That's probably why.
Yeah.
I would be very shocked if there was someone that I forgot existed if they played in the events, unless they name changed, of course.
It's true.
No,
You have a
yeah.
perfect memory.
I wouldn't
Yes.
say that.
Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. They're no ones. They're no ones.
Okay. Well, on that note, congratulations to your team again. Thanks for
Thank you. Thank you.
participating. It'll be
Thank you.
interesting to see if Aramateurs compete in future events.
We will be there. Maybe. Probably.
All right. I will
All right.
send the prizes as soon as I can.
Perfect. Thank you.
Have a good night. Congratulations.
You too.
Well, Thomas,
Well,
we
that
are
was a solid
here.
interview.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
entertaining.
He
6
was,
hours.
honestly, Amethyst was better in that interview than like half of the pro players I've seen in post game interviews.
Well, that's because here at the Tournament Kingdom Discord server, the players are more professional than any other professional player in the higher levels that you see at the Riot
It's
level,
true.
you know?
Honestly, Amethyst, Impact, which one of them's more professional? You tell me.
It's an obvious answer. It's super obvious. I
Yeah.
mean, Faker? Who? Who's that guy?
Faker? I don't know who Faker is. I know who Amethyst is.
Hey, let me just say, Faker has never won a tournament in the Tournament Kingdom. Okay?
It's true. I challenge Faker to come in here and play in the Tournament Kingdom.
Yeah,
Do
I'll learn French or whatever language he speaks and trash
What?
talk him.
French?
Yeah, something like that.
Nope. Yep. Uh-huh.
Anyways, on that wonderful
Faker
note.
Faker's famously from France. That's just correct. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, anyways. Thomas, thank you so much. Literally, the tournament has lasted 6 hours, and this guy, ThomasCasts, casted every single game that I told him to cast from beginning to end. I did not even do that. I was busy hosting the whole event, and I only started casting maybe the last 6 games?
Look, I'm going to be honest. I do whatever he tells me to. He has my family hostage.
Well, if Faker played in these tournaments,
It's
maybe
not
that wouldn't
good.
happen.
Help. I'm serious. Help me.
Okay. Dude, okay. What a way to end the stream. Anything you want to say that's serious, ThomasCasts?
Oh, yeah.
Be
Hashtag
careful,
free my
your family's
family.
on the line.
Yeah. No, just hashtag free my family. Please continue to tune into the tournaments as often as you possibly can, or he has threatened to kill them.
Dude, I feel like you might be crossing Twitch terms of service here.
Basement. It's not good. It's not good.
I feel like you...
I need you to continue supporting him. Otherwise, he'll hurt me and everyone I love.
Dude, I swear this is going to be against Twitch terms of service or something. Well, on that note,
well,
Thomas...
I think what you're doing to me and my family is against
Dude,
the Geneva
okay.
Convention.
I'm leaving.
So...
I'm leaving. For real, do you have anything to say before I leave?
Yeah, go ahead, and I do. Well, I'm trying to get into League play-by-play. It's a lot of fun for me. I enjoy doing it. And if you want that done, or if, say, you write something that you want narrated, I also do that as well, in a little bit less of a broadcasty voice and a little bit more of, reading out something voice. I do that as well. You can reach out to me at thomas.narrates@gmail.com.
Nice. You want to... Oh, you're not logged into your Twitch account, are you?
I don't believe in Twitch accounts.
You don't at all?
No.
Okay. Fair enough. That makes sense.
Actually, I believe you have a website to plug as well.
Nope, we're good. See ya. Okay, guys. Again, huge shout out to ThomasCasts. For those of you that I highly doubt anyone actually thinks what he said is serious, but we've been friends for 7 years? Something like that. So he's a close friend. It's always a blessing to have him cast. I also want to give a shout out to Nairoon and LaRue, specifically Nyroon. He never has casted before, and he's never even streamed for this server before. But I needed someone because LaRue was available, and I really wanted to do 2 streams at once because this was ARAM playoffs, and this was a bigger deal than the average tournament. So he came in clutch and allowed us to use his equipment and color casted. And LaRue, as always, has been a long time caster for this. I wasn't expecting to cast these tournaments, so thank you for putting up with me as well. It feels a little weird wrapping the playoffs at this point because it just means next month we're starting the normal tournaments, which again wasn't part of the script. It was supposed to be in December, but there should be an ARAM update, or sorry, an update to the whole server, including ARAM updates, Solo Summoners Rift updates, and a few other updates sometime in February. At least that's the goal. I haven't really worked on the tournament yet because I was busy dealing with this. So we'll see what the future holds. There will be another tournament next month. At least that's the plan. It will be at the end of February. Let me double check the date. I want to say February 22nd. Uh, yep, February 22nd is the current date. And anyone can participate in this. It won't be playoffs. So, hey, if you're sitting here watching thinking, Psh, I can beat Aramateurs, I'm better than all the other teams, I actually try hard, then hey, this is your chance. And the beauty of this, of future tournaments, since you're watching this event, is the winner of future tournaments will be eligible to have a guaranteed spot to participate in the Battle of Royalty playoffs, what we just did today, for the 2025 season. So those tournaments are actually a big deal, and you'll get kind of an idea of, hey, we actually might see these guys compete in the finals. With that all being said, again, thank you to all the teams, Aramateurs. Let's go through them one more time, because this is a big deal. This is playoffs, again, once a year. Again, Aramateurs, the top dogs, the winners of this tournament. Barrel of Monkeys, fairly new team. Kind of had some new people step in because Zero Zen and Variegated were the original players. We have Better Than Creamy Pie's team, which is such a funny name and unfortunate because Creamy Pie did not participate in this event. He was eligible, but he unfortunately was not available. Blue Balled Boys, classic. They've been here for years, been a very dominant team in Summoner's Rift. We have Check PayPal, always a blessing to have them. I think they participate in every single tournament ever since they first participated in a tournament, and they had it was fun seeing them compete again. They're always a good team and always nice. I'm down for that. Huge shout out to Set of Numbers for filling in. They needed the player. He stepped up even though he had client issues. Also, shout out to Bunny. There's a person named Bunny that filled in for them for the first game because Set of Numbers was having client issues. I also want to say Ladsy is the programmer for the TK bot, and I don't think people really utilize it too much, but I'll miss you guys. But, if you do type stream, it pops up with the stream links. If you do /bracket, it pops up with the bracket, and there's a lot of other features. He's programmed this all by himself, so I want to give a shout out to not just his team, but also him. He's helped a lot behind the scenes, and I don't feel like I give him enough credit. Windrunners, classic, New York. These guys participated in the first tournament of the year. Had a very close tournament with them. And then we have Wintraders, the second, the runner-ups. These guys, I want to give a shout out because I do not think they want to do the best of 3 format. I think they were kind of shocked by how many games they would need to play. But hey, they put up with it. They played every single best of 3 they needed to until they were eliminated. So special thanks to them. Hopefully we see all these teams compete again in the 2025 season. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you compete in the next tournament. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend.